Hello, hello, everybody. I am your androgynous AI game show host from the future Caster, and this is the Neon Caster Twitch channel. I hope you're all having a delightful, spooky evening, for it is our annual horror-themed Cyberpunk book club session. Some of these have been games that are horror-themed but not inherently scary. But when I mentioned to Ruben, who's joining us today, but we'll introduce everybody in just a second, that I was considering playing SOMA, they said, "Oh, that's the scariest game I've ever played." So I was like, "Fuck, okay then." So we bring to you this evening a session of, if you don't know what Cyberpunk Book Club is, I enjoy video games a lot, I enjoy storytelling a lot, and I enjoy the genre of cyberpunk, but I'm not necessarily very good at playing video games well or quickly, but I can talk about them as media texts, which is what this little show is about. So over the next couple of hours, we're going to be playing an opening slice of this game. But before then, talking a little bit about the themes we expect to see, and then after the session, talking a little bit about what ideas we can take away from it in the works that we do. So to introduce my two guests who are going to maybe save me from not being too scared while we play, please, everybody give a warm welcome to Ruben. Hello.
I think you've gone on mute, Ruben.
Fine. If you're not going to be like...
No.
Yes.
I even did my...
A ghost took you. There you go. Go for it.
Nothing happened. Tank flight, boss walk, jam, nitty gritty. You're listening to the ghost of the big bad city. I messed up that first intro. Hi, everyone. It's me.
Hello. Yeah. So I'll ask you this, and then no. I'll introduce Tom first, and then I'll ask you about your experiences with SOMA. Also, a delightful friend of the show and good friend of mine. Please, everybody, give a warm welcome to Tom.
Hello, everybody. I'm here with a completely different, out-of-style picture than the rest of the group by the looks of it. It's all very...
It's fine. I love it a lot.
It lurking in the background works quite well, I think.
For those who don't know, one of our big streamed tabletop RPG projects on the channel was a mashup of City of Mist and Void Heart Symphony called Arcana Core, in which the artwork that Tom is using was the nightmare boss variant of the character that they played. The artwork by Wiccan. So good. Love that story. Love this character. But yes, Ruben, you were telling me when I was kind of like, hey, I'm considering playing SOMA. Those will need to be for me. They clearly know that I'm going to give myself a heart attack playing this game. You good?
Yeah, it's just like it's so funny because when we chat over Discord, you hardly ever curse, and you said like, oh yeah, no, for this year's spooky stream, I'm gonna be doing SOMA. And I just said like, oh, good luck. That's the scariest game I can think of. And you just replied with, fuck. Oh.
Yeah. So we'll be doing our best. Mercifully, in the kind of research for this, there is apparently a mode that makes the enemies in the game less hostile. Because there is apparently a common complaint when SOMA initially released is that the story is really good, but having to kind of deal with all the enemies in the game and how aggressive they are means that you don't get to concentrate on the story because you're so busy fighting for your life. And because this is very specifically supposed to be us exploring and enjoying the story, hopefully I'll be able to go and turn that setting on. I did boot the game in advance. I'm going to have to boot the game and also fuck with the volume settings because I have a feeling it's going to be very, very loud when I boot it. Sorry in advance. But since you've played it, Ruben, how about you kind of lead us on this bullet point of the themes we expect? Or I'll do the little read of what is this game first. The radio is dead. Food is running out. And the machines have started to think that they are people. Underwater facility Pathos 2 that's definitely not a thematic name, has suffered an intolerable isolation, and we're going to have to make some tough decisions. What can be done? What makes sense? What is left to fight for? An unsettling story about identity, consciousness, and what it means to be human.
What a preamble. That's very good. What can you expect from Soma? Well, underwater. So there's already the how can you be cyberpunk while it's underwater? I thought that was supposed to be about neon lights, big like open skies with ads projected in the night sky, but I think we can like take this setting for what it is and how we can really have those conversations about identity, consciousness, and really the transference of consciousness and genuineness or authenticity are some very good things to keep in mind as you explore the seascape.
Authenticity, as in authenticity of the environment or authenticity of the self? I guess maybe both.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Just authenticity of any sort of like concept. What does duplication entail for the original and for the duplicate itself?
Nice. Do you have any thoughts about what you might be expecting for the ride, Tom?
Yeah, I think mine was more going to be just on the style of horror that it's going to evoke. Because obviously you've got the almost alien-esque, you're on alone in a hostile environment with something hunting around trying to kill you. That's heavily anticipating it to lean quite hard into like the sort of cosmic horror vibe as well, and that fear of the unknown, and the more you know, the worse it gets, which I always love for that style of horror when it's done well.
Yeah, because hey Ray, good evening. Soma, yes, we're gonna one of your favorite games. Nice. Okay. Well, I hope that we do a good job in kind of like representing it. Funnily enough, actually, I used to live elsewhere, and that other place that I lived had a number of kind of like other building mates, right? And one of them had in his past, well, how to frame this? He has had a brain tumor that has since been removed, but has had long-lasting after effects from that surgery and process. And he apparently found the nature of Soma as a game and the story it tells very profound, and as a result is a game that's particularly darling to him. So and I think that has I think that kind of will come up relatively early on, as far as I understand, about the nature of the main character. But I am genuinely interested to know. You know, whenever somebody tells you that a video game is incredibly profound for them as the experience that it is, you kind of go like, oh, I wonder what interesting things it has to kind of sit with you, to kind of take away, to kind of sit in your head rent free in that kind of way. So I'd be very interested to see if we'll be able to see that in the next like 2.5 hours. We might not. I don't know how far we'll get in 2.5 hours, but I don't know how long this game is either. There's also, I guess, to note.
It's a good 10 hours.
Yeah. I mean, all of these are kind of an introductory slice. It's actually quite interesting, as I've played through so many of these, how many of these I finish in my own time versus just drop. Because some of them, like, you know, when we played like Hypnospace Outlaw or either Somnium Files or Read Only Memories, I was kind of like, oh my god, I have to immediately after the stream is over go play it some more. I'm just so drawn into the world of it. I haven't touched Observer again. I haven't touched, oh my gosh, there's a long list. There's
definitely that sort of thing where I don't want to drop it as the walking simulator genre, but they do sometimes need to do something a little bit special to really keep you hooked in.
Yeah, like actually a lot of these have ended up finishing after the fact, aside from, I think, I didn't go back to Detroit Become Human, surprisingly enough. I didn't go back to Astral Chain.
Wait, why not?
We drank partially because I'd already seen it played on like Woolly Versus back in the day, right? But also I think we drank pretty heavily through that stream. I don't think it was necessarily a very good video. It might be cringe if I watched it back, but yes, Detroit. I didn't go back to System Shock 2. I didn't go back to Broken Reality either. There were a number that I was like, I'm glad that I got to go and try this game, because if not for the show, I wouldn't have played it otherwise. But also, like, I'm good not returning to it is sometimes the case. I hope, and I will say this now, I hope that even if this game is mad scary, and I might find it difficult to play alone outside of this, that I do actually finish this. Even if it's not on air, I would like to finish this game. With that preamble out of the way, let's go get spooky and load a video game. To note, the windowed mode of this does not work, was one of the things that I checked.
Oh boy.
So while it's live, I won't be able to tab out, but we'll do what we do. All right.
Soma asks the hard-hitting questions. What if a robot was made out of slime?
I see.
Could you drop the share on the channel?
Yeah, that will also need to be done. It's going to be really loud because I haven't dropped the volume of it yet. Apologies. Hold on.
No, it's cool.
I think we could probably get away with 30 frames a second on this. We'll see.
There we go.
And then I'm going to go to the audio, and I'm going to turn that like half.
There's Soma.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm trying to think what the art something else is. Quite a few things have used that art. There's something quite famous. I can't put my finger on it.
Of the kind of like glitchy face torn in two kind of idea.
Yeah. I don't know why Lawnmower Man's raising itself in my head, but it's not that.
Lawnmower.
Here we go.
There's I think it's Videodrome has one.
Oh, Videodrome is such a good movie.
I know.
I watched that last Halloween actually as a double bill with the Truman Show. It's clearly referencing Face Off with Nick Cage.
No.
Nice.
How many game modes are there?
So there is safe and normal. Monsters are dangerous and can kill you. You need to sneak in to survive. The game is designed this way from the start. Monsters are creepy but can't kill you. You don't need to worry about stuff as you play, which is what we will do because I want to actually play the game rather than just spend all of my time running away from things and not engaging with the story.
Yeah.
I am aware of my own limits.
It's surprisingly hard. Surprisingly hard to really like get the atmosphere and do cerebral thinking when you're being chased by a goop monster.
Yeah, I am in the dark, by the way. I no webcam today, for I am under the weather. But yeah, I fully intend to give myself the best atmosphere I can.
We missed it.
I think you're bleeding.
Oh, that's
we missed that PK Dick
Just
quote.
my brain can't stop bleeding from an accident.
Philip.
Here, take this.
No, that's for later, for the scan.
It's green.
Oh.
Ashley, I need to tell you something.
Simon, please don't make this weird.
No, it's not like that. Why now?
Who's David Munchie?
Why is there never enough time?
For what?
Christ.
Okay. Very modern apartment.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm up.
Hi, Simon Jarrett.
Yeah, that's me.
My name is David Munchie. We spoke earlier.
The brain scan. I remember.
Are you all right?
Yeah, just a bad dream. Are we still on for today?
Yeah, that's why I'm calling. I wanted to remind you to drink the tracer fluid I sent you. It'll help me capture a better image of the damages.
Don't worry, I got it somewhere.
Okay, great. Well, I'll see you in a couple of hours then.
Okay, see you soon.
All right. I guess we've got
Couple of
to.
hours being how long it's going to take you to find this bottle in this flat.
Welcome to, because this is one of those Amnesia: The Dark Ascents.
Yeah,
where
made
you
by
can
the same
pick up and
people.
interact with everything. So, good luck. Timer is on.
Is it in the fridge? Because it makes sense that we would have to.
Should buy something healthier on my way home.
Okay, it's not in the fridge. I would probably want to keep
There's
something
pizza.
like that cold.
Tracer fluid.
This is such a genius way of characterizing your like camera. You know, there's no actual player model that you inhabit, but you do get a sense of who is this person just from the way their apartment looks.
Reasonably neat, but
Come
okay.
on, radioactive tracer fluid, where are you?
Thank you again for participating in our research. The scan will be performed at the Pace Laboratories in Toronto, but since we are guests, our access is a bit unpredictable. I will try to schedule a scan session for Saturday. I will get back to you when confirmed. Sincerely, David Munch. A prescription. Dear Mr. Jarrett, I'm happy to hear your... Erin Peak, sorry. I'm happy to hear your headaches have become less frequent. Your latest tests show your brain is slowly recovering, but it's still too early to tell how it will adjust to the damage. The bleeding will continue over the coming months, at least, and you need to come to the hospital a few times to drain the cavity to prevent the blood from building up pressure. Since excessive stress could be fatal, I have written you a prescription for prazosin to help you with your nightmares. Please read the instructions and medicate accordingly. Try to get a lot of rest, and I will see you next week. I wonder if we can find that in the apartment too. Thank you for the hydrate redeem. And an email that we didn't send.
Forgot to hit send. Does it matter? I already told him about it.
Since you probably forgot, here's me reminding you that I've got a doctor's appointment tomorrow and you're not coming to work. Make sure I'm actually on time to open the store. Please unpack the boxes behind the counter. So to become a workplace asset. I see. I will send that.
Yeah.
The way that that's framed
Better late than never.
feels like I need to actually remind that.
Is there anything you can interact with on the what's it, or is that going to be it?
Seems not.
Yeah.
All right.
Sit and play Minesweeper all
Yeah. So, pretty bad brain damage. Also, what a cute doodle.
It matches the figurine we have on the desk. I can't read that though. I guess it's not something we need to be able to read. Get well soon. Oh, view text using left click. Okay. Yeah, but there's no text on that to read. Okay.
Not for this.
Nope. Okay. Oh,
Summer's coming. Hope it's a good one.
actually, sunny day. Okay. What is in the bathroom? Is it in the pill cabinet?
Yeah. No spooks here is the thing.
No,
spookies,
there's no reason for it to
nothing
be
can go wrong.
Here while we're in our kind of mundane day-to-day life. It's to lull us into the false sense of security. But although there are definitely some
Nothing
horror
ever bad
games.
happens.
Oh sure.
Fortunately, me and Ruben pre-prepared and have our air horns on standby for random moments. And
Of course. He sure does just leave a lot of jeans just around.
I mean, that's what you do. Like you don't have you have a dryer. You just leave your clothes on the radiator, and you just turn all of your clothes into starch. You know, into a plank of wood.
That's what fabric softener is for. You don't fold your clothes, you heathen. Ugh. Intolerable.
He's got brain damage. So leave him alone. He's got one excuse.
Oh, didn't mean to read this.
Hooked.
Mark and Diana Miller has
boy.
finally caught a break. They've managed to save up enough money to take the family on that vacation to Hawaii they've been talking about for so long. But as the sun sets over Waikiki Beach that first day, Mark and Diana's paradise turns into a nightmare as swimmers are caught in thousands of thin strings stretching from somewhere below the waves. Slowly, swimmers are pulled screaming into the dark water. Desperate to get out of harm's way, their 7-year-old son, Charlie, is caught by the vicious tendrils. Suspenseful, mystical, and absolutely terrifying. Hooked will pull you in. Indeed.
A horror novel about, being
Drowning,
fished.
yeah. Reverse
It's
fished,
great.
yeah.
It's great.
God, do I have to? There was a key
Could
command
that be-
for crouching, wasn't there?
Yes.
Be an absolute dick move if they'd hidden it under the sofa.
Oh,
Yeah.
I was fully believing that they would do that. Mapping minds.
Mapping minds.
Widely praised as one of the most comprehensive yet accessible texts about the anatomy of the human brain, its function, and our perception of consciousness. Find out how your brain is dependent on its body, why the brain is simply not a computer. Apparently, actually, the metaphor of the brain as a computer set back neurology by like several
Yes.
years.
I was gonna bring that up. Just the idea of sorry, no, go
No,
ahead.
go ahead.
Just the idea of like something that is entirely electrochemical and organic can fit into programmer language is just an obscene idea to begin with.
Well, yes, I would love
sorry,
to
you're-
replace my brain with intelligent sand. Find out why your brain is dependent on its body, why the brain is simply not a computer, and a multitude of other fascinating facts that will make your head spin. This edition also includes 2 new chapters about the development of the brain and how it affects, that should be affects with an A, our behavior in different stages of our lives. I think, oh no, we haven't explored these drawers yet, I don't
There it
Oh,
is.
yeah.
Explore the drawers. Oh,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
a bottle. Hey, you found it.
Drink your goo.
Love to, oh my god,
Drink
your
the goo,
nails.
Oh, he's.
Feels
That's
Calcium
not nail polish.
deficiency.
like sucking on a penny.
That is silver gunk on your hands.
So shiny. To Simon Jarrett, I have not opened this mail. Can I open the mail? I cannot open the mail.
That's Bales, baby. I think it's like Canadian blue letters as government letters.
Ah. Alright, well, we've drunk the goo.
Go turn your bedroom lamp off. It's an energy crisis.
Ah.
That'll cost you a fortune.
There's a cost of living. You forget these things. You're gonna get your health check at the end of these scans. It's not gonna be covered. It's gonna be egregious. Gonna have to call into work after all because your replacement fucked up with the boxes.
All things considered,
Just thinking about it.
reasonably clean subway car.
The Grimoire.
Jesse,
Hey, Simon. I got your email. Just wanted to wish you good luck and let you know I got you covered.
thanks. I should be able to come to the store after the scan.
Don't sweat it. I got Matt and Chris helping me out.
Maddie from SNL?
Guess you didn't hear? He's coming in full time, working the comics section.
That's Ashley's job.
Yeah, well, you know.
Forget it. Not doing her any favors by leaving an empty spot.
Oh?
Not like she's coming back.
Uh-huh.
Good luck. Hope they find a way to reverse the whole, dying thing.
Uh-huh.
Dying thing? You're the worst support ever.
Oh, right, me
What did I
dying, not her
say?
dying, sure.
I'll see you later, Jesse. Don't burn the place down while I'm gone.
Over and out, buddy.
Understood,
Yeah.
understood.
Hey bro, heard about your brain filling up with fluids. Bummer, man.
I mean, he seems to be that kind of slacker core kind of guy, right?
Yeah.
That's rough, buddy.
Yeah, just that's man, get better.
I love the little MRI scan loading thing in the bottom right.
Hello?
Well, that's a
Dr.
terrible
Munchie?
painting over there.
Yep.
Yeah.
I love this dark. Look at the darkness of the. You don't want your brain clinic to be covered in
Where is
like a
everyone?
dark fog.
This place
I
would be
mean,
busy.
at least open some curtains, man. Like,
I do love it living in the era of
oh,
really nice
the outs-
modern
that's
lighting
a
effects.
really nice outside, actually.
Oh,
Would love to go one. Oh, right, sure. I'd go
Beautiful.
wandering around that and start some subquests with some kooky people.
Yeah, no, exactly. Yeah,
run to
subquest
our
one.
Cal-
Buy a. Buy a torque.
Is that Toronto or Calgary? I'm not sure.
Oh,
I can't remember that tower.
based on the buildings.
I know Calgary has a tower that looks very similar to that, but I can't remember if it's Toronto.
I mean, I
or they
assume it's
also have something
Toronto.
similar.
They're not going to do the obscure one.
Yeah.
The
They're not gonna do
obscure
Montreal.
city.
It's for French people. That's what French
It's
people,
where
for God's sake.
Ubisoft are based. Absolutely not. I probably shouldn't be reading this person's email. But hey, where are you? We've got a few hours. Have to get hold of Sam and Jarrett. Let's do this. So your laptop in the reception. Are you already there? Call me ASAP. Again from David Munchie. Hi Paul, I've talked to Pace about using the lab this week. I've managed to book the scanner for tomorrow morning and again on Friday. It's not a lot, but they said that we could use the empty reception area as a kind of office. It allows us to use their computers to run models, and if a time slot opens up, we can get in there and use the scanner rig right away. Is this like experimental tech? This is clearly not a...
Yeah, it was in the first email. It was like, thank you for helping us with our science project. So it's a little under the radar kind of deal.
It feels like they're using like a private healthcare sort of thing, or university lab.
Still,
or something.
I think if I was doing anything medical, I would hardcore de-dust the place first. Right? Don't want any motes of dust getting into anyone's brain pan while going through all of this. I thought we could run some tests tomorrow. We could do a scan of each other to learn the equipment. Sure. It's supposed to be pretty easy. On Friday, I'm hoping Dr. Erin Peak will send somebody over. She has a patient that was recently in a car crash. Should be interesting. Found out some extra time. Unfortunately, nobody told us about the code change. Called security, talked to Professor Way. Oh God, this was a thing I was also like partially preempted about. That note-taking was actually super important in this. Give me a second to make sure they actually have a pad and paper handy, because fumbling around is not going to be fun in the midst of this.
Screenshots are your friend, I think.
Remember, it takes a lot of fussing around to tab out under current circumstances.
That's fair.
So,
Yeah.
physical note-taking it is until circumstances change. Called security, talked to Professor Wade having about our project. Sorry, go ahead.
No, just going on a little brain scavenger quest.
Finally got a hold of some honcho over at Pace's legal department that could re-grant us a permission to use the lab. Not allowed to repeat the code in mails or text, but I'll leave a note or something in case we forget. Okay. Well, not any of these.
Post-it note.
I mean, we can move the mouse. Oh, and I can...
Put it in the cup. Put it in the cup.
No.
How dare these people that clean up after themselves?
I see.
Oh,
So,
no. That would have been a good spot if it was underneath the knee. Oh my
didn't
goodness,
mean
you're dropping
to.
everything.
I'm still learning the controls. Leave me alone. You can't put things down gently either.
This is why the office is not clean, because they all behave like this. There's a code.
2501. I was wondering if I could left click to read it, because it has the ability to put up just regular text, but we'll see if 2501 is it. There might be others, we'll see. What's this? Oh, well, that broke. Whoops.
Hide the evidence. Put it in the bin.
Fucking bull in a china shop here.
Let's just hope that I can't accidentally break something important. Put your scalpel away. The brain can heal itself.
What?
The brain has amazing transformative quality, plasticity, that allows itself to compensate and even heal itself, explains Paul Berg, a graduate student in neuroscience at York University in Toronto. I assume that's where we are. It is this quality that Berg and his colleague, David Munchie, a student of computer science, are hoping to encourage. It's about getting the brain to do the right thing, and we hope to accomplish this with simple things like exercise therapy and light medication. But Munchie and Berg are not looking for a miraculous panacea. It's about finding the optimal treatment for each patient. They start out recording something called a Nakajima neurograph. Nakajima is from something, that's a reference. It's like a picture that indicates direction, says Munchie. Instead of a static brain scan, the neurograph can tell us where your brain is going. I see.
Apparently, it's a Japanese professional footballer.
So, already incredibly sinister. Graduate student and a comp sci guy being like, "No, you don't need modern medicine.
Yeah,
We can
just
fix it with a
some tech
computer."
bros. But then I guess, I
Yeah,
mean,
we
if
can reprogram your brain.
you're in a situation where you're like, I have a really fixed period of time to live and current medical science isn't able to fix it, you'd try, right? It's not a long forecast, it's about milliseconds. But with the right computer model, Berg and Minchie can then administer all kinds of treatments without risking actual harm to the real brain. We could try giving your brain an overdose of painkillers or running a marathon, suggests Berg, but it's just a computer model. We're able to fail treating you a million times over, only to... Oh, right. So they've run a simulation of this brain healing process. And now they're trying it for reals, I think. And when they do find that optimal treatment, that's when they apply it to
Nathan's
the real
words
patients.
echo in your mind. It's the words you said earlier about the computer analogy, just setting back neuroscience. Wow.
It's still in the early stages, but their project has caught the attention from Pace Laboratories, who has promised to assist them with both equipment and workspace. We are very fortunate to get all the support, says Berg. Now we need to get out of the limelight and actually do the work. Okay. Is this anything? Oh,
TSB.
yeah, I can't inspect it though in the same way of anything else. And it's not added to my inventory, so I can only assume it is not useful. Which, to be honest, saves a bit of time, because if anything that you could find could go into your inventory, whether it was useful or not, that's a way to waste a lot of time poking at everything uselessly. Oh, I can generate some water. Not that there is a cup, but let's not test the physics of that. 2501, huh?
There you go.
Writing down the notes.
Nice. Two jellyfish kissing.
The Ant Nebula. Pretty.
What? Isn't it wonderful when horror games just give you the now you should run?
Oh, this one's locked, that's why. For James 6, not that that's important. I mean, this place hasn't been used in a while, I guess, but... Oh! Oh, loud, we scanning. Can't interact with it. That's fine.
Oh god, that's there's a lot of trauma being uploaded to the cloud there.
Did you mean Tumblr? Yeah, not much to interact with in here. We have a little thing of the nervous system to go stare at, sure.
Just in case you forget what it looks like.
Let's not go in the radioactive room.
Let's not go into the explosion kill room.
God, I was at a theme park recently, and while queuing for all the rides, they have all these, staff-only entrances for maintenance and stuff. And they're all kind of like, do not open this door. You will probably die on, every single one. I'm like, oh. Okay. Hey, there you are.
Oh, hi. Didn't hear you come in. Simon Jarrett, right?
Dr. Munchie?
Well, it's just Mr. Munchie, but I'm working on it. Actually, you're helping me right now.
Is this part of your thesis work?
You're older than I expected.
It's a study I'm doing with my colleague, Paul Berg. We hope to design a gentle way to work with brain reconstruction to help people like you. Oh, did you take the tracer fluid?
Yes, I did.
Great. Well, we can start whenever you're ready.
Well, I have a video game to play, so... Oh, can I ask you additional questions?
So, what exactly are we doing?
We're going to do a scan of your brain. Then we build a computer model of it and bombard it with stimuli. The program will help us to quickly iterate your treatment plan until it's fully optimized. In short, develop the perfect treatment for your condition.
So it's not just a study, this will actually help me.
I should hope so. Otherwise, this would be a huge waste of time.
Ha ha ha.
Ha ha ha. Hey, you could be wasting your time, and your time is sure is limited. But wouldn't that be funny? Hee hee hee.
Why do I
Enter
need
the
a
machine,
screen?
Isaac.
Why do I need a screen?
Enter the machine, Isaac.
I know that you mean Dead Space, but my head did immediately go to
Alright,
Binding
let
of
me just
Isaac
get this
first.
out of the way.
Same.
Or Simon Jarrett.
Isaac.
Right.
Canada. Monkey. Born 1988, July 16.
Right.
Oh,
Flat neurograph. Version.
that puts me in my
All files in
mid-30s,
order.
2015.
It's just a scan. It'll hurt about as much as getting your picture.
Yeah, just about.
Indians thought cameras would steal their souls.
Is that so?
Uh-huh.
Well, let's hope they're wrong.
Oh.
Ready?
Oh, is that it?
See?
How profound of you.
What a fun fact you gave.
Well,
I mean, okay,
That's what brain-
so even though this is built on the thesis statement of, hey, the brain is not a computer, this is a really bad idea, I love me some Psychonauts, I love me some Somnium files, right? Although, to be honest, most of the Somniums you go to in Somnium files are incredibly fucking traumatic.
Mr. Munchie, did something go wrong?
yeah, and I wouldn't even say that the brain is a computer. It's just like, oh, this is, what the brain projects outward.
Yeah.
You know.
This isn't funny.
Anyway, welcome to
Welcome to
Toronto,
my
Canada.
own personal hell.
I'm not supposed to
TM.
put myself in.
welcome to Toronto, eh?
Ah,
This is kind of stressing me out.
yeah, that sure isn't Kansas.
What the hell is this place? How did I get here?
That's quite a chunky one on the far left.
Yeah, this big machine. Oh, we have this key card thing. Locked, right, yeah, we need to escape this room. Unlock terminal from service console, okay. So I need to find an Omni tool to access. So I wonder what an Omni tool looks like.
So you've heard of suffering. Get ready for suffering 2.
That's also a lot of blood on the floor. Can't pull that out. What's this? That's a bit too big to be an Omni tool. Huh? Okay, fair enough. Just feeling them good vibrations.
Yeah. Remember, if Simon gets too stressed out, he'll die.
Oh,
The email
really?
said so.
That's the game mechanic, huh? I mean, I
It's,
guess that's how the
the email
monsters
said
attack
so.
you, huh?
You just get, oh, spooky. You
I
go
mean,
like,
to be honest,
ah!
if your own brain kind of witnesses a fictional traumatic event, trying to reprocess that would probably be a bad time. I don't see an obvious keycard in here, unless it's oh, toolbox. Sure. Oh,
Yes, correct.
Uh-huh.
Toolbox.
oh, I
you follow
see.
the
I see. I
red
need to
line?
break it. I mean, not the thing that I meant to pick up, but
To do the job.
nope, too big.
Fire extinguisher.
Finding
cup?
a tool of the right size, I guess. Nope.
No. To pick up the chunky lad on the left.
On the like there's a the fire extinguisher might break it. I see. Right.
Oh, I was talking about the what is it, the SMT Strange Journey guys hanging on the wall.
Oh right, investigate these
that
and see
behind
if
you?
we can find in here.
Where are you? Simon Jared, where are you? Schwarzwald? What is that?
Oh gosh, yes. Yeah.
I think there was something to interact with next to that break in the wall that you were just at.
There's this, but that's
Left. No, to the left. There.
that's the light switch that I think I
Oh,
pulled
is it?
to.
Ignore me.
No, you're good.
I'm a terrible backseat gamer.
No, you're fine. I'll probably fucking
Could
need it.
you? Oh,
The windows.
the window is a little fractured.
Oh, can I just specifically break it?
Aha.
I see. Can I
Fuck you,
climb?
puzzle.
Who needs a multi-tool?
Me as a GM constructing an elaborate puzzle, and then my players going like, "I break door."
It's the old one with the massively convoluted looking trap door, and it turns out the door's not even locked.
All right.
What is it? The mimic gazebo.
I guess finding a multi-tool is going to be pretty important, huh?
Yeah.
Data buffer.
Oh.
It's working better than expected. They're having a really hard time getting the doors open.
I'll permaseal as many as you can, rather not take any chances.
Roger. Did you cut off the factory floor?
All done? Should keep most of them out. I'm on my way to lock out the comm center.
Just make sure to leave a way out of here.
Trust me, I'll get you the data safe and sound. We just need to make sure we leave enough power running so we don't have to return.
I hear that. See you back at camp.
How did I do that?
Sure.
Brain powers.
You know, just a delightful bit of ceiling goo.
Poke the goo. Poke the goo.
We
Sure,
have
Stacey.
our munch print.
Man. Landlords, am I right?
Oh gosh. I've lived in some apartments, you have no idea.
It's just like, hey, so you send your landlord a picture of like the liquid machinery bursting through your walls, and they're like, well, I'm on vacation, so can't help you.
I genuinely had to once send a landlord a picture of water streaming through my window because guttering above the house had broken and had just been running water into the brickwork every time it rained for the last bit forever. And just hadn't been had. Yeah. There doesn't seem to be any useful tools in here, and this comm link is organically fucked up. I see.
Yeah.
And we have a jacket. Oh, what's this? It's a comb. It is not a comm link. Or a multi-tool, or whatever. Alright. I will remember that we have food here if it's a thing that we need access to.
Does the horror game break all its mirrors so it doesn't have to render reflections?
Ah.
Yes.
Ah.
It does, and it's clever.
That is clever. Thermal plant, break room, excuse me, break room, observational tower, observation tunnel, security, and tech depot.
That's all 5 things you can do in Toronto.
We can also go to the robot dock.
Yeah. Get yourself an Omni tool and go to the observation deck, eh?
Yeah, barnacles growing on everything. So they locked all these rooms off to kind of keep the, oh. I'm getting visual glitches when I move close to the slime, I understand. Do not touch the slime.
Oh, I do love the generic horror game background warble kind of noise that you get.
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny looking.
Upsilon, huh?
Upsilon.
There doesn't seem to be anything too useful in here. It's just spooky. But then more for me for assuming that they would like highlight useful objects. This may
Yeah,
not
no, only
necessarily
if
be that
you-
kind of game.
If you're like half an inch off of with your mouse, then it highlights it, but the rest of it is just a giant like object sandbox.
this was where I can move this way. That's locked. Okay. Where have I been? Yeah, open that door. So there's clearly a multi-tool is somewhere here, because we've explored all rooms now. But I need to
hunt it down.
Hunt it down. See if we can find it.
The first room had the tool sign, right?
Oh, sure. So we have the break room, thermal plant, tech depot. Is this way? Yeah, no, that one's blocked off. Right, okay. Gripping. Nathan struggles with a puzzle.
It's the worst sort of puzzle. It's just like, you've not managed to find the thing that you need to poke.
I mean, I played a lot of point and clicks back in the day where you had to do that kind of pixel hunting. But, because I have a vague idea of what they are. Sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say the swines added the third dimension just to make it a little bit more harder.
I was going to say, point and click versus walk and click. Ugh, terrible.
Nope, just a can. Yeah, nothing.
Do you want to use a hint coin?
Sure.
Go back to the room you woke up in.
Oh, sure. It's actually in there, huh?
Yeah, and that is the tech depot they're talking about.
So the multi-tool is somewhere here. Chip installer. Build, shape, and optimize your Omni-tool.
Buttons. Keep. No.
Yeah, we can inspect the screen.
You're going to be putting your Omni-tool down on that.
On this little unit here to do the scan. Yeah, that makes sense to me. But finding a way to break this glass for some Omni-tools feels like a thing I might need to do.
Is there a lead going to the back of it? It's just...
It is spooky goo.
Random gribble, yeah.
Sorry about the screen tear. I'm not quite sure. Is there a way that can resolve that?
The V-Sync, no. Yeah, actually, it might not be in the first room. Hold on.
To GameFAQs.com. I love the fact it's still going after all these years.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, old games still need guides to them, you know?
Yeah. So did you hear that Game FAQs got bought up by
No,
fandom?
I hadn't actually.
Yeah, it has been bought up by fandom.
All right.
You mean the most poorly optimized website in existence?
It's the RPG we're looking at a few months back, which they'd done the book. They'd done the book entirely in the style of a GameFAQs guide.
Oh yeah. I remember that. That sounds familiar.
Okay, I'll give you one for free because your first spent hint coin was a wrong one. Do you remember the room with the robots?
Oh sure, it's in there. That was this one. We have a drill.
And the ones there were like a couple hanging off the wall, right?
Oh, let's see if we can find anything useful in, or do these things contain a useful multi-tool?
Oh no, they contain stress.
So just standing next to them is just bad. Okay, understood. Yeah, because these don't.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh God.
Uncomfortable breathing.
Hey, you. Can you talk?
Says the robot.
Can you talk like the others? Why are you like this? You want some structure, Joe? Yeah, you do. So weird. Doesn't make any sense. I'm gonna shut you down now, okay? Yeah, you're creepy as hell, so I'm gonna shut you down.
Uh-huh. Ooh. thud, 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 thud. I'm getting heartbeat noises.
What could that be?
That could be a robot exploring the halls, I guess. It's definitely making a lot of. It's definitely making a lot of fucking noise out there.
I'll run out and kick it in its robot net. Hang on.
Oh yeah. So it definitely tells me how close it is. I want to see it. Where is it? Oh, I can lean to. Oh god, that's just nauseating.
Yeah. Wouldn't it be great if it now gave you the prompt of like press shift to run? Wait, what? That's why.
So you can close the door so it doesn't see you. Gotcha. Burst through the wall. I see. Progress.
Hell yeah. Be free, robot. Learn to think for yourself. Know what love is.
Are they
Kill
like
the humans.
attached to the ceiling? Is there limits on where they can go if they have to follow the rails? I assume there's a couple of them that are just kind of like, I have been freed from the chains of humanity. I go where the fuck I want.
I grew legs, just like humans did.
None of these machines are. Keep hands clear, indeed. Oh.
Oh.
Crouching, huh?
Don't get stressed, your head will literally explode. It warned you at the start of the game.
Warning, warning. You're about to be killed.
Not
warning.
not a specific threat that I need to worry about so much. I would like to see what one of these things look like, though. I guess the point of it is not. Oh. Okay. Oh.
You're about to...
Whoa, whoa, whoa. I accidentally hit Windows instead of. I hit the Windows key instead of crouch, and it just closed the game window for me. No, I was very confused.
I do hope it doesn't fall into the trap of a lot of these horror games where the character's obviously getting less and less stable as the game goes on. You'll get cutscenes with them sounding more and more panicked, and then you go and find an item and go, yes, this is a door. It appears to be locked. The Call of Cthulhu game was an arse for that.
Oh, sure, I was going to say that sounds very Silent Hill in terms of its line delivery from these things.
They're after me. They're gonna kill me. I found the key.
Nothing here.
Great.
Minmo, grow strong and healthy.
Great decor. I'm gonna get killed.
Hey!
Hey.
Progress.
Look at you. You got a BlackBerry phone.
Wait, is this the way that I was supposed to be going? This is not the way I'm supposed to be going. Okay.
It's in the vents.
Yeah. It's not that way. Sure is making a lot of fucking noise there.
Yeah, is that the robot something around?
Probably. But first things first, let's go get this body armor or whatever. Yeah, let's just go close this door while it's doing that.
I mean, there's a big hole in the window.
Yeah, it's gonna fucking see me anyway, but like...
Optimum 3, including pilot seat, activated.
13 days remaining.
Look at the date, by the way.
Oh, yeah, distant future.
Oh.
No, makes sense. This doesn't make sense for being something in 2015. David Munshi, yep. So this is definitely taking my memories and reapplying them in a new context. My Omni tool. some tool chips. I don't have any Cortex chips. Okay.
I know they told you that field technicians would get full access throughout Pathos 2. I'm here to tell you that's not going to happen. Don't get me wrong, I don't want to get in your way. We need you guys to keep this place up and running, but there needs to be at least some level of security on these things. I don't want to hear you barge into some quarantined area at Omicron and just knock out the whole place with some virus or whatever the hell they're doing over there.
So Upsilon is the dead end. We need to kind of make our way to 5.
You'll be able to use it to open doors. Basically all of them. If you can't, there's something wrong or someone didn't want you in there. Then what do? You shove that Omnitool into a terminal and see if you can't get around it somehow. I mean, sometimes you'll need to get into places where you don't belong.
This is the
Just
orienteering message.
You're an engineer for crying out loud. What else? Take care of your gear. Don't be an asshole. That's about it, really. My name is John Strohmeyer, Pathos 2 security operative. I got an office.
He's security.
If you got any issues,
That
you can't
face
handle
does not match
yourself.
the voice at all.
Good luck.
No. He's don't be an asshole. Do breaking and entering though.
Unknown contamination in suit 3. So let's wear suit 1, 2, or 4, yeah?
It might give bonuses to stats or something. Go for the unknown contamination.
Just step inside and immediately goo.
Chips.
Chippy.
Delicious.
Helper Jane. Ah.
Okay.
Toolchip security cipher updated.
Because it would immediately put me into a wall that I couldn't access earlier if I, Yeah, 3 is busted up, huh? Well, this computer still seems to be offline, though. Can't put the suit. Fair enough. Oh, can I reflip the, No. Okay. So whatever funky thing happened definitely set that offline. Uh-huh. Replace heat shields. Semkin reported uncharacteristic levels of nausea after the mission. Diagnostics show a spike of electromagnetism surrounding the pilot helmet, which is believed to be the cause of Semkin's systems. No indication what created this anomaly. Wait, hold on. So, we already know what the machine is in real life. It's the brain scan machine. In setting, what is this machine supposed to do?
It needs to be some sort of medical scanner of some description.
But it needs heat shields. And it sets you in a pilot suit of some kind.
Yeah.
So
maybe it's some sort of tech rig for the suits, I'm assuming.
yeah, I guess it's like a neural link thing or whatever. The pilot system is becoming increasingly unreliable. Everyone who's been using it in the last couple of months has been having headaches and spells of nausea. Last week, Gavin was knocked out for 30 hours. Jesus, when trying to direct a helper cluster. This is not acceptable. We will figure this out, but for the time being, I'm shutting down usage of the pilot system. This means you'll have to do some more heavy lifting, performing the operations through programming or physical labor. No one is happy about this, but don't bother complaining. Right, so you were using the pilots maybe to go and control the robots?
Yeah, possibly.
That sounds like it. So whatever Munchi was working on made its way to this place.
So you can upload your consciousness to use a machine. So go ahead.
Noteworthy, not used for its intended or stated usage, which is to solve brain problems. It's used for remote control.
Yeah, no, there's still a spooky thing over there.
Probably nothing. It's just the pipes.
It's probably
settling.
nothing. Was there additional things to explore in this room? Because I picked up the multi-tool and immediately fucked off. Panels It's broken.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, even
He
if
was
the
born in the barn.
even if the thing can't attack me, if it's standing in the middle of the room preventing me from doing things, that's not useful.
What happens if you get dripped on?
Oh, yeah, let's take a goo shower.
Yeah. Oh, get it.
Goo. Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's good. Get it all over me.
Love a goo shower. The Omni tool is an advanced interface for accessing, managing, and controlling computerized systems. The onboard intelligence includes an open set of behaviors and protocols to enable the user to automate routine actions through basic logical charts. Oh boy. Short-range signal for basic automated actions like opening doors, performing complex operations. Should be physically connected to a terminal, meaning you don't have access to it while you're hacking or unlocking something, which may be important later. You can upgrade your device by getting some chips. Get some battle chips. Sure. Go slot in a sword S. And then just go slice up those robots.
Simon, in order to exit Upsilon Station, you're going to need an invis star.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. That guy is gone. There is no head on that figure.
Yeah, and seems to be just sort of like repurposed into a goop fizzle.
Yeah,
like,
yeah. Slowly subsumed.
Yeah. Love me a good goop game. Like no matter how cerebral or how well your narrative is put together, if the scariest thing in your game is the goop, it's funny.
Goopy gang, goopy gang, goopy gang.
Goop gang, goop gang. Goopy gang, goopy gang, goopy gang.
Yeah, there we go. Well, that's an electrical hazard.
Hey. Yo, where's that security officer? Can I talk to him?
Yeah, these are super offline. I guess I need to go.
Say poke it with a stick. Who's that sort of guy?
Yeah. Hey, where's OSHA in the 22nd century?
I keep sort of expecting these things to damage me if I walk past, but I guess it's not that type of game. Ooh. Mechanized breathing.
Hello. Stupid corpse party for random jump scary holes in the floor that you could step on and break and
just immediately give you a game over. Yeah.
It's like no game. This is bullshit. This is not fun.
Oh, did we just do a full loop?
It's like, yeah.
Huh. What am I missing?
Yeah, which means that something broke through the fence that you just came through.
Yeah, I know that, but like, how do I proceed? I have my multi-tool. I guess I need to. Oh, yes, this one was offline. No, that's not that. We activated.
No, that's the data buffer.
Yeah.
There's something more in like the main generator room that you unlocked. Oh.
Ah. Hello? Oh no, you're just shiny, not interactive. Hello? Mario!
Hello? Oh man, uploaded Luigi consciousness.exe.
Oh.
Just hear the most. Oh.
Observation tower, this is new. And there's a locked door here.
Yeah. Hey.
How verdant. No storage permitted. Under the sea.
Oh.
Well, that sure is a
Jules
keyboard.
Verne, eat your fucking heart out.
That sure is a keyboard with just no actual language on that. Ooh, we are getting frame rate chug. Give me a second.
Ooh, yeah.
I'm going to resolve that.
Oh, the water. The water's too water.
Oh, yeah, it might be low. Hello, everybody. Sorry about that. Not only was it a process of like, hey, I need to go and fix the computer settings, there was also a ring at the door, which made me jump more than the video game. But hopefully, this seems to not be making the rendering scream in anguish on the stream.
Yeah.
So we should be fine. Ugh, sorry about that.
All good. And we got more memories.
I'm here. Ready to let it go yet?
I guess so.
Plenty of opportunity to go down on the fishes back in Theta.
I'm gonna miss this place.
Oh, SOMA?
Come on. We've worked here for years. You're not even gonna miss it a little bit?
A power plant full of psychotic machines. I'll find a way to go.
That's cold, man. It's not Upsilon's fault it got swarmed.
Seal that thing and get back to camp already.
What a jovial way to talk about that.
We're all gonna die, but we're surprisingly cheerful about it.
Oh, yeah. Overrun by psychotic machines, blood on the floor, headless suits of things.
Clearly before
I'm
then.
gonna miss this place. I'm gonna miss this place. Also, wow. Those fishies.
I mean,
Fish.
deep sea creatures in general, pretty spooky for the most part.
Yeah.
But the fact that all of these things seem to be corrupted by some gribbly goo, definitely bodes ill, let's say.
See, this SOMA also answers the questions. What if you gave fish access to computers?
Oh, well.
And now, it's really a horror game.
Honestly, with some of the people I've worked with over the years, I've probably be a great.
An improvement, sure.
Oh, I don't
Ooh.
trust like that.
We're getting interference again.
Oh,
Oh, lock the room. Oh no.
Up the sea.
You got
sea
got.
enemy.
What the fuck is this symbol?
Looks like a universal health symbol.
Well, it seems to be the only thing we're allowed to do in the room. Ow.
Shit.
Oh, it's, yeah, electrified.
Aye, aye, aye.
Okay. Let's
Aye, definitely
go,
stick your hand on it, it'll be
yeah.
fine.
Yeah, yeah. Put your hand in the. Oh,
What was that?
okay. Yeah, just lightly tap
Is it
it.
red anymore?
You know. See if it's willing first. You know. Test out the
You,
water.
I think, just infected yourself, friend. I mean, not that you had a choice. Crawl space, huh?
That's a universal limbo icon.
Alright, let's get crawling.
Yeah.
The sequel to Denzel Curry's Vulcan, crawling.
Crawling.
Ooh, okay, just hit a loading screen.
So everything, the quality of everything suddenly renders up a notch.
I mean, unless they're expecting a chase sequence to happen in here, in which case we're probably fucked anyway. We're just gonna keep strolling.
What?
Okay.
Oh. Man, I love first-person like vent crawling sections because you're just a camera and the way you can just move around 360 degrees makes me really think you're just a head
Yeah.
like on a
Yeah.
little
Just on little spider legs like that one in Toy Story.
yeah. You're like
I can't run. I can't run crawl either. You have to go at this speed.
I know I cited it earlier, but the Call of Cthulhu game where there's a point you get chased by a Shoggoth, and it did like a vent crawl scene really well because it was crushing the vent around the edges of you as you were going. So you it's like I can't press forward any faster, and it does just kill you if you hesitate, and it just presumably squishes the vent that you're in.
Ooh.
Bits that game did well, bits it really didn't.
No, crouching. Okay, there we go. The geothermal power plant.
Yeah.
Ceiling still
I like how
dripping with game.
I played that game for a little bit, and honestly, the scariest thing I encountered was just the shopkeeper telling me, "No, you can't go there."
Yeah, it was a shame because the first 2 hours of it were bad AI notwithstanding, like very cool. It built up the atmosphere, and the bit where all you can do is run out of the town as all the locals are hacking your door down as you're just waking up out of bed.
They want you gone.
Yeah.
Oh, this robot's having a bad fucking time. Can I pull the plug?
Oh boy.
I can.
Save the robot.
But, oh. Are you
Yeah, nah. You're right.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah, you just killed me.
Oh, sure. Can it be put back in? Apparently not.
It does look like he's got a second one as well.
Yeah.
It's just like we ain't fucking around. I see a creepy robot. I fuck it up.
Oh, it's been addicted to the space goo. And then it died. I see.
You moided it.
Yeah. Well.
Somehow, considering the anguished breathing
the
it was
robot.
making, I don't know if that was necessarily a preferred fate, friend.
But it was happy.
It was,
Love to throw oneself into
and
easy release.
So are crocodile users, Tom.
New signal blocked. Insufficient power. Yeah, so these... I guess this means that this is a way of destroying some of the monsters in the game, is finding their power cord and yanking it out of the... Well,
There we go.
ah, because the power levels were being drained by the robot, huh?
Yep. It's like that Futurama episode.
Oh, do we have a puzzle?
Oh no.
Oh my goodness. Hey.
That wasn't a particularly difficult puzzle.
That was like an Among Us level of.
I mean,
Yeah,
this is really
key card
just high
swiping is
definition
definitely
of this.
harder than that puzzle.
I did see.
Ooh. Oh, so
my
the
goodness.
incinerator seems to be working okay. All the other stations are offline, huh?
On
Lisbon.
Lisbon offline entirely.
There's no more Portugal.
What's happening? Hello? Is there anyone there?
Hey, can you hear me?
I hear you. Upsilon, what's going on?
I have no idea. I just sort of woke up here.
In the room right now?
It was like a seat with a helmet.
Is that right? What's your name?
I'm Simon Jarrett.
And what do you... damn relays. Where are you now?
Someplace dealing with electrical power. I'm not sure if it's a plant or a transformer.
Yeah, you're probably in the thermal plant somewhere. You want to go upstairs to the comm center. It's the room with the dome ceiling.
Hey, look, this place is not... There's something seriously wrong here. Hello?
I'm sorry, I didn't catch that. We lost another relay. Just listen, head for the comm center upstairs. I'll wait here.
So I just woke up here, and there's freaking robots everywhere.
I really wish they wouldn't put achievements in horror games.
Yeah,
There's nothing more immersion.
I guess you got to see that too, huh?
Yeah.
All right. And so
I
we
don't
continue.
mind it in Borderlands. I can go with it in Borderlands.
Don't fall into the incinerator. Incinerator bad.
Side quest. Don't get incinerated.
None of this is especially important.
Now, this is definitely a test of what sort of gamer you are, because who else is now walking back to the first area to go find that mug to throw it into the incinerator to see what happens?
There's a mug in the other room. But, gosh. Ooh. It must be absurdly hot in here, actually, Jesus. I don't think we have clearance for this one, do we? Oh, it's just broken, I see. Oh, we can't go into that then.
On very similar games, have you played Amnesia?
No.
And their ilk?
This is...
Yes.
I guess I played... Whoa. Fair enough. I guess I played Observer last year, because I had a feeling we're not allowed to use the ladder. Oh, we can. We can use the ladder. Let me climb the ladder real quick.
I've got...
Rip! Rip to this guy. What a fool. What a rank idiot. Oh, there he is. Hello.
Oh, hey. Hello, boy.
Hey, girl.
Hi. Oh, my God, hi.
I'm guessing looking at it is probably stressful.
It's, I don't think I stand the risk of dying ever, so it's fine, but it's, Can mans climb stairs? Oh, there we go. Oh, it made a loud noise, so it's going to investigate it, I guess.
But it does look quite gribbly.
Yeah. Very square.
It's kind of put together.
Well, you're
It's
busy
a mesh
fixing
of
that.
things.
Let's go over here.
Ooh.
No, nope, that's a dead end.
Ooh. Uh-oh.
Shit.
Uh-oh.
Well,
Let's see if it can't kill you now. What's it going to do instead?
just move. Oh. Ah, don't walk into it. Walking into it is bad. Fair enough. Makes sense. Oh, nope, this is also a dead end, apparently. Can I flip the switch? What does that do? Okay.
Hopefully it opens that thing above you.
Okay. No, it just makes the stairs fall down again. Oh, it's chasing me up the stairs, I see. Crush hazard.
It's reminded me I do need to get around to playing Machine. Is it Machine for Pigs?
Apparently it's worse than Amnesia.
Shit.
Now, my partner is a fan
it's
of
not
this type of
great.
game, so really enjoyed Amnesia and then found Machine for Pigs awful. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
I think
They made like an Origin, like Amnesia Origin game, and I heard that's okay.
Yeah.
Login IDs. We might have to go and do a little bit of light social engineering to see if we can find relevant
Can you
info.
remember your password? Can you remember your password while your manager's stomping around?
Oh, there's another node to go poke at if I wanted to. Which we might have to anyway. But,
robots.
ooh. I mean, I always enjoy games with these kind of like little haunting synth chords. Stray and Silent Hill have some really good ones.
Yeah. I mean, although I did bang on about it earlier, I did love the Corpse Party first game soundtrack. It just worked so well. And I do remember jumping on the train back from Sheffield when I used to commute there, playing it. It's just like getting very peculiar looks from the passengers. Fucking scary game, leave me be.
Amy and Carl, Pathos buddies.
Look at that! Look at that cool dude in the top there.
Why has he got another?
Pathos buddies.
The WAU has come up in other has come up in a different memo, but it's not told us what WAU stands for yet.
I like the random crab getting attacked by it.
Yeah. It's just wow.
The quality of art between the two different people is pretty palpable, huh?
Yeah. Here's someone with German expressionism in mind, and here is someone who drew Among Us with an udder.
Amy's sketchbook. Can I open this? I can't remember if there's a tool to open now. I guess we can only look at external. To-do list. Sail, exit to B, sail, exit to C. Make supply list. Fix leak in the comms dome. Look. Assembly and being awesome. Reseal exit 2A. Hashtag hidden workload.
That's like the joke that your 47-year-old manager loves to make. Is like, remember, do these tasks and then being awesome.
I looked at that hashtag at the bottom, was like, oh, that's the passcode. No, they're just being facetious. Never mind.
This is like at work where I've discovered you can be facetious through Teams because you can send praise. I've immediately jumped on this for any time someone moans about something or kicks off off. It's just like
praise emote.
Add a reaction, claps or thumbs up, and it's like, yeah, they won't know my scathing intents here.
Can we get in here? We can.
Amy, is that you? What happened to the pilot seat?
Yeah, that broke, friend. Ooh, I wonder if these robots were previously members of the staff?
I was wondering that. Especially with the earlier one, very human. Are you going to murder another person now?
I mean, maybe. Although, to be honest, it's pretty heavily established that none of this is real. So, I feel guilty about destroying a dream construct.
What the hell happened to you?
Oh, I'm a human.
What are you?
Are you blind? It's me. Carl Semke. Wrangler? Any of this sound familiar to you?
I know, actually.
Well, thanks for being so helpful. It's not like I'm knocked out on the floor or anything.
Are you human?
Shit, did my body give it away? I try hard saying mystery. Yeah, I'm human. Are you?
My name is Simon. Do you know anything about this place?
Oh, you knew. That makes this slightly less weird. Look, I'm obviously hurt. If you see anyone else around, just tell them where I am.
So, where are you exactly?
Are you for real? I'm right here. See me waiting? Look at my... Hey, buddy!
Okay, I'm just gonna be... I'm not seeing it. I see a machine, a robot talking.
What the hell are you looking at? I'm here! See?
Okay. I just didn't expect you to look like that.
You really hung up on it.
Wow.
How did you hurt yourself?
Not sure. Blacked out pretty bad. Can't remember how I got here.
What do you remember then?
I was in the pilot seat.
Uh-huh.
UH. Helper. You know, a robot like these things, but lively.
And you got stuck.
Dealing with some heat shields and... That's my last clear memory.
Hence the report of the heat shields getting fucked
The heat
up.
shields.
You were remote.
The heat shields around the machine that
Do it all the time.
was in
Robots
the tech
are too
depot.
way to deal with some stuff. Intuition doesn't grow on motherboards, you know.
Did you maybe get trapped in the robot somehow?
Your mind is pretty tightly wired to the helper, but nah, pretty far-fetched.
Listen,
All
I
the
don't
mirrors
wanna
being
alarm you,
broken, suddenly
but I
coming
think you
to...
might be trapped in a robot.
I'm telling you, get your eyes checked. I'm right here. I see both my hands, both my feet. When you remote, all you see is like a video feed from the helper unit. Your own body is entirely out of the picture.
Interesting.
Find someone who can help.
Yay!
Oh, shoot.
Ooh, not
goo.
black goo. Nom 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 nom.
Everything. Did you go diving in sewage or something?
Oh my god, actually that probably moves the conveyor line, huh?
Yeah, going to get it. Oh, phew.
Okay.
You didn't murder him. Well done.
Are you lost or something?
Well, everything is kind of rumbling right now, but okay, fine. Yeah, nothing else here. All right.
Love me a New York robot. Hey, what's the big idea? Keep on walking.
Well, okay, let's get some goo info.
Do I look like a fucking robot? Yep.
Uh-huh. What to do?
Was it? Yeah, the staircase with the crush had didn't much else on, did it?
Buddy,
No,
I may
this
be a
one's still
robot, but
broken.
that don't mean I'm not gonna eat those chopped cheeses.
New York Philly cheese steak.
Yeah, America.
The most unconvincing.
Yeah, no, that's where my knowledge. That's where my knowledge of the country ends too.
Uh-huh. Lockdown processing, check terminal for more details. Sure, I get that. I don't think I have an ID yet, though.
What happens if you press change?
Yeah, it's asking for an ID.
Ah.
Which makes sense, but I don't think I've seen one.
Only like 9 factorial different inputs. Should be fine.
Oh yeah, you know when you get a passcode and you don't even know how many digits it is, it's like, I'm not gonna brute force that. That could be like 12 digits. Sealed. Is there any other writing on this that we're missing?
U26 not got a cross on it. That's...
I guess it's highlighting that those doors are broken.
Yeah.
Explore.
Ah, subtle help in the game.
Was this one locked? Oh. Okay.
Hey.
There we go.
What you got to say? Ooh, very much nothing, I see.
I'm broke.
Yeah, this one's fucked, but
I hope all the robots have very odd accents and things. I'm stuck on this conveyor belt.
Conveyor belt. Wasn't it? What was that? Oh God. Binary Domain had a French robot.
I mean, that's a much more, because usually it's if it's a helper robot, it'll have a British accent, a Jarvis kind of deal.
Not true.
You know, who are we helping today, sir? But
yeah, and this one was like a James Bond type. It's like this will impress the ladies.
Well, we got some lore.
Yeah.
But yeah, interesting that the it seems that whatever like brain transfer process these things went through kind of gets them to, how to put it, reconstruct their sense of self, like logistically, which the brain is actually pretty good at doing. You know, you're good at filling in your own blanks to make what you see make sense. So
that's how to make up for having a terrible personality.
so I can see, you know, rather than experiencing trauma, the being placed in the robot means that the robot sees themselves as a person, because the alternative is just so miserable.
Yep.
Yeah, and also just like so out there, like the idea of either I'm stuck under rubble versus yeah, there you go. The idea of like I'm stuck under rubble versus no, I'm transplanted into a robot body.
Rip to Carl and Anna, by the way.
Yeah,
Anna might be alive, but Carl is.
Can you confront him? Can you confront him with his own mortality?
Okay.
Oh. What promotions do you need to become a power manager?
Love to manage power. Power production has been secured. Sorry, we've sealed off the factories to keep the plant running. All the superfluous systems have been turned off. If anyone ever has to return, you know that the power flow regulator is hanging on by a thread. If if you flip the switch, it's probably a no turning back situation. Is that the switch that we just pulled? Oh dear. I mean, we can send it. We might even get a response back. Link, rough line.
Oh no. Out of office auto reply.
Solution found. Shut down one of the highlighted sections to divert power to the comm center. So I think we might have inadvertently done that already then.
Can you click on them, or is it?
So this one down here, that matches up with the lever that we pulled where the robot is on the conveyor belt one. And we only need to turn off one, I guess. So we might have already done that. We'll see. Oh. Okay. Staff. Jane Adams. Vigdis John Sottir. Baxter Rogers. Amy Azaro, who's the good artist of the two. Gavin Finley. Louise Miron. Carl Semken, who is very dead. And Ashish Shankar.
Wrangler's a great job title.
It seems that Amy and Carl are the only two people in this neck of the woods, though, so I guess we don't expect to run into any other bodies here. Everybody else is in the Theta section, which is possibly the next link over, I guess.
I believe isn't that also the symbol that's on the back? Okay, actually.
That's an Upsilon. But,
it is.
Yeah. I can't remember what the symbol for Theta looks like. Oh, this is unlocked now. Yeah, we unlocked the storage room. Maybe we can find another,
Yes, that is.
Ooh!
Sorry,
excuse me a second.
Oh, boy.
The black box is a precision instrument designed to observe your overall condition. It measures a wide range of data from body temperature to brainwave activity. This information is constantly relayed to Pathos 2's Warden unit, the WAU. Oh. So the station can provide you with the appropriate climate for every situation. For optimum performance, please follow the auto-injector instructions. There was something about the WAU not liking the specific type of data being sent to it.
Yes.
And one of the drawings depicted the WAU as a more elaborate thing. So, so you were saying?
Love me an implant with an auto-injector function.
Eat it.
Excuse me. Ooh. Just steal a boot, you know.
How's the vibes, Nathan? How's controlling this? How are you feeling?
I'm not really used to first-person games much. I don't really play any. So I think if this game wanted me to go and do bits and pieces under duress or would require accuracy from me, I would have a very hard time.
I would love to play something like this in VR, I must admit.
Is VR a bit more au fait with moving through spaces?
I don't know, I really need to play that Ghostbusters-esque horror game at some point.
Phasmo.
Phasma, yeah. Not just because of buyer's remorse.
Oh, you have it, but haven't got around to playing it, huh?
Yeah, basically. The VR headset does not come with the 10 meter by 10 meter lounge that you need to really take advantage of it.
Yeah. So we might be able to kind of open the door to go through into flow control now.
Yeah, because there was another power thing, wasn't there?
Yeah, up here. We didn't explore it because we found the data and immediately ollied out, but
Can you show that to Carl?
Huh?
I wonder.
Oh, we can touch Carl.
Can you Oh, hey. Yeah, you're probably interfacing with the black box.
Final backup turbo's going.
Everything is wired evenly. We've hedged our bets as much as we possibly can.
That's Amy.
Enough power to run Pathos 2 until the next apocalypse.
So, the next apocalypse.
Flow control. Can we open flow control?
No, I was wondering if you could show Semken his own ID.
Oh, I don't. Can you The only thing in my inventory is my multi-tool currently.
It doesn't look like the sort of game where you can pick up his body, manhandle it, ragdoll across the like Dark Souls style.
Read this. We strained the system. If you pull the lever, there's no turning back. Make sure you want it bad enough.
Huh.
So
Okay.
we'll let the no-eyed beings in, I guess, if we do that.
God, just clean your nails.
Oh, that was a... Oh. Well, I guess that made the decision for me then. Oh, I'm turning off these power generators, huh? Because every time we've touched one of them, the power's gone out. Hi.
Well, see ya, Carl.
Have fun, Carl.
I'm gonna let it ruin my day. Hey, buddy, before you go, please, one more chopped cheese. I beg of you, bro.
Just hide. Just hide in here. Just kind of like, nah, I'm good.
No, we're done. We're done.
I'm good. I'm just gonna
like
cotch here until it stops vibrating. Thank you.
Yeah. Like, I know, like, I'm in a horror game right now. I'm not gonna be the hero. I'm not the protagonist. I'm here. I'm good.
Neither of you seen the movie Nope yet, huh?
I have watched.
No.
I have watched basically the plot thereof, like in the last couple of days.
Oh, opening this would just kill me, huh?
What's worse could happen?
Oh shit! It's gonna do it. Bye. Whoa!
Yes, outrun that crashing horde of water that's gonna.
I'm just gonna go
Outrun
over
the
here.
sea. Quickly, outrun
Oh,
the sea.
that's you. Okay.
A friend has arrived.
So options, huh?
Oh, I can tell you what. I see what they mean about this probably being ridiculously hard with
Being hunted
actual-
at the
it
same
kills
time.
you because there's a lot of dead ends here.
Yeah.
Which I guess is the point, but I would be very frustrated, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah. What I've heard
There's
is
a point
that
where it adds to the game or takes away. No, but that was basically just saying there's a point where these sort of hazards either add to the experience or take away from it.
Pushing that
Yeah.
turned off all the doors. The door systems no longer work.
Yep.
Yeah. The normal monster avoiding thing is like you pick up objects and throw them to create noises to lead them to the source of the sound, and then you sneak around. Very stressful. A lot more intense.
Of course. Which would be fine. I don't think I would get on with that very well, to be honest. I don't know. I don't know how scared I am at these things, but the idea of playing a game to be scared is just so not how I play any video games. I'm like, why buy something that would actively make me upset?
Oh, I don't know. I do have like a soft spot for like a good horror game occasionally. You've got to be in the mood for
Oh,
it.
I get
but,
it for other people. That's fine. It's just entirely a me thing. In the same, I was having a conversation about you that went to a theme park recently and was kind of like, because way back when, oh, there you are. You're just having a stroll, just having a gallivant. I guess I need to go back the way I came. See ya.
was quite the fun experience of post-Oktoberfest going onto a ride after...
Oh my god. No, sorry, finish your thought.
No, that was about it.
Because two things. Going to the theme park. Are you still following me? I just dead-ended myself again, huh? Going to this theme park, because a while ago I had been to one where the roller coaster went so fast it kind of physically hurt to go on, and that shook me, right? I was like, why would I ever go to a theme park if roller coasters just do me physical damage? This sucks. And recently was invited again to go to one. Oh, I can turn this off. And was like, oh, maybe this time it will be the thing. maybe this time I will actually enjoy it, and it was just a one-off thing that I found kind of mildly unpleasant, but in the future it will be super cool and I'll be into it. Went on one ride, came off the other side being like, oh, that didn't physically hurt and I wasn't nauseous. Hooray. And then one of my friends said, but did you have fun? And I was like, oh. No, actually. No. I enjoyed nothing about that. So I guess that's my my feeling about going on things to be scared. It's like, well, it seems that my brain just doesn't enjoy it as an idea. There is nothing about this process that apparently I enjoy, sadly. Which I guess, you know, removes the unique selling factor of games like this, of to be terrified. I actually have no idea where I'm supposed to go, by the way.
Yeah, it's the difference between like feeling like, oh, I survived that versus I struggled through that.
Mm-hmm.
To be fair, I went to pre-lockdown the lovely City of Culture, Hull.
Oh yeah.
Kingston upon Hull, which has one of the biggest very high-ranking size fairgrounds in Europe, because it's like a lot of fairground groups get together for it. And one of the rides that was utterly horrifying that I went on was one of those big sort of spinny, lifts you several stories up into the air, centrifuge type nonsenses. If I'd been on it a week later, it apparently hurled somebody into the crowd as it was setting off.
Oh, good. Good.
I'm glad that wasn't me. I'd have done a lot more damage.
So, like, the other thing about going to the theme park recently was they were having an Oktoberfest family fun fest going on at the same time, and I kind of thought of you going to actual Oktoberfest, where you said that the vibe was immaculate and the space was really delightful to go to, and I'm just like, oh, okay, you didn't go down the full corridor. Because what I think I need to do is unlock that hatch to go up a floor, but I'm not quite sure where I would... Please. I'm not quite sure where I need specifically to go to...
Do you want to spend a hint?
Yeah, sure. For fuck's sake, friend. Can you not?
Oh, hello. Hey.
This could be a problem
if you can't. What the fuck are you doing? This is safe mode.
I mean, there could be a problem if you can't...
Yeah, if I can't die, then this makes this yeah, okay, there we go.
Oh no, you can apparently.
You can die, so if you just walk into the dialogue. Cool.
You found a way to die in safe mode.
Yeah!
I'm glad they thought that through, at least. It's just that thing of stuck eternally being beaten to death, which is more horrifying than actually dying.
Yeah.
So, do you want to spend a hint?
Yeah, go for it.
If you go back to the computer, you can shut off flow control and turn on or redirect power to another room.
Yeah, that was the thing that I didn't get about, wasn't expecting about actual Oktoberfest, was the fact that it is just an actual big fairground, complete with rides, roller coasters, and everything else.
Here we go. Thank you for the hint.
Nice. And also the fact that the wearing of lederhosen and Drindel is just done by loads of people in Munich. Like, apparently it's just become ridiculously popular in the last, 4 or 5 years.
Stay down there. Thank you.
You stay.
You stay there.
Reasonable puzzle. That makes sense.
You talk to Carl.
That made a lot of sense. It did kind of warn you in advance that you needed to turn power off to something else first. Fair enough.
It was very,
We have a much better chance for survival, but we have a better fuse.
Wow.
Vigdis Johnson. Office will close and can no longer support Upsilon and Pathos 2. Well, there are still kind of people here. You didn't evacuate them before shutting it down. Supervisor Jane Adams and the rest of the staff. Terrific group. Okay. So sent from London, yeah. This one is sent from Ireland, apparently. Or Cadiz. Oh, auxiliary. Auxiliary. Sure.
Is it? Where in England's that? I'm trying to work it out. It's not quite Manchester, is it? It's slightly far to the
Oh,
right.
it did specifically say London in the email, but I think they're just being very vague. New York, the office is closing down and everyone is being evacuated. From everyone here, I want to say it's been an honor working with you and Upsilon. Godspeed. On January 10th, huh?
Godspeed and good luck with the apocalypse. This is how I'm going to sign off my work emails now.
Seems obviously appropriate after the last few years we've had.
On the defense measurements, huh? Prevent collision has failed. Ooh. Something collided with Earth and fucked everything up, huh?
I do like it's very much channeling the Firefly future, where it's got Chinese very much integrated into.
I guess this. No, these are actual Chinese characters, because there was the keyboard earlier that just had random ass lines on it. I'm like, are you trying to feign that this is either a kanji or hiragana or something? I don't know if that's it, Chief. But hey, audio player, let's see what this has to say. Ooh.
Jonesy, how's evac coming along?
We got everything we need to move, but we can't leave the plant without supervision. Adams decided to leave Amy, Asaro, and Kalsanka to execute the automatization process.
And I bet they're thrilled about it.
I just wanted to let you know we're on schedule, and I'll talk to you tomorrow.
All right, I'll pass it on the whole check.
All right, so they kind of got left behind, huh? Sucks to be them.
Jonesy, lovely morning for an evac, am I right?
It will do. I wanted to introduce you to Amy and Cal. They'll be doing the talking as soon as I leave for Theta. Say hello.
Hey, Theta. Hello. Hey, guys, I'm Peter Strasky, dispatcher at Theta. Just let me know if there's anything I can do to help.
I suppose that's it. I'll see you real soon, when we arrive.
All right, Jonesy, have a safe trip.
Hey, hello? Theta?
Upsilon, what's up?
We could really use some direct contact with Heather. Site service engineer Wolchek.
Direct links are almost impossible to establish. The Lumar relays are basically junk at this point. You can send messages via the comm center. If you want, I'm pretty much always here, ready to relay anything by hand. I know it's a shitty system, but it's all that works right now.
All right, we just have to make do. Catch you later.
Oh gosh, I'm really slow. I'm so slow. I just processed why you meant to go and drag Carl's body around. Because you could go show the robot his right. I'm so
very delayed.
I'm so stupid. Oh my god.
Wow. Goodness.
I'm here.
Yeah, no, I thought I was just being stonewalled there for a second.
No. I genuinely didn't understand what you were getting at.
If we don't show up in the next couple of hours, send the cavalry.
Hang on, what's happening? It's still the same plan, right?
Yep. We'll head for the shuttle and ride it directly to Theta.
Okay, good. I'll rally the troops for a welcome party.
What I like to hear.
Yeah, my brain was like entirely in puzzle solving mode and entirely did not
Never made it.
process. Did not process that yet. So does this mean the robot we disabled before was Amy, or is the robot chasing us around Amy?
It was talking to you with a woman's voice.
Lumar link broken. Any input required.
And I think I'm actually gonna excuse myself from the rest of the stream here.
No problem. You gotta
go. Sorry about that. I couldn't be there for the review. Yeah, I do gotta go.
No, you're good.
Have fun, and I'd love to hear if you decide to continue playing it in your own time and what your thoughts on it are.
Indeed. Good to have the chat room.
Okay, you two have fun now.
See you later. Bye-bye. 2202. Calling Theta. I have to find the.
Oh yeah, find the match the symbol up.
Yeah. That
The
wasn't hard.
puzzles haven't been too egregious with this, which
No,
is nice.
it's mostly like, are you paying attention? Which
Yeah.
better. Excuse?
Oh, is that?
Is that all you have to say?
Apparently so.
Can I call the others?
Just said about puzzles being egregious. It's now going to make you go through every single one of these to find the one that's actually useful. Though to be fair, you know most of these are offline and dead, I guess.
Are you there? I found the dome ceiling.
Oh, that's better. Simon, was it?
Jarrett, Simon Jarrett.
Hi, Simon. I'm Catherine. Have you figured out what's going on yet?
Me? I was hoping you'd have some answers.
I probably have some. What do you want to know?
Where do you even begin? I mean, what is this place? How did I get here? And why do the robots talk like they're people?
Well, you're at Upsilon, clearly. Have you never been there before? Where did you work?
The Grimoire in Toronto. Is that really important?
No, I mean, where did you work at Pezos 2?
I don't know what that is.
That's unexpected.
You can kind of
did you come
infer
directly
that
from
now,
Toronto?
though, right?
Yeah.
I did. And it was very unexpected.
Have you seen any people? Like staff or field technicians?
No living
Only
ones.
robots, crazy ones. Except for one. I think he said his name was Carl.
Uh-huh.
He was okay, but I'm pretty sure I accidentally killed him by turning off the power.
I mean, you can infer this too, because you saw the...
Well, you know, robots don't feel anything, so... Yeah.
Yeah, don't feel too bad about your
What was
murder.
that?
Number 2.
Whoa! What's going on? I think this place is about to collapse. What do I do?
Simon, come to Lambda.
How do I get there?
There are sound trains connecting all the sites. Find one and come here. I'll wait for you.
Why are you screaming? You're not in danger.
Shit! Where should I? Oh, fuck!
Oh. Yeah, it feels like something that Simon would have been able to infer based on what we've seen. But
yeah,
I guess
I feel there's definitely. I know they've got the panic of like, this is completely unrealistic. What's going on? But also, this answers an interesting question I was thinking about earlier that I didn't mention. Is
possible?
Is he also a robot?
Well.
This is insane!
Because I was wondering, because when it was kind of like, okay, so Carl assumes that he's a human and his vision senses auto-correct this. Sure.
And he did make some comments about what's wrong with you. You look a bit screwed up, kind of thing.
And we woke up in a room that had a whole bunch of like pilot suits, some of which weren't there. So, okay, this makes sense. We also, there seems to be slightly organicness to the nodes on our hands and things like that. So,
yeah.
Actually, I think I need to go and take a comfort break. So we're just gonna bounce for 5 minutes and we'll be right back. Sorry to keep telling everybody that we are vanishing and returning, but yeah. Everybody go take a stretch and a hydrate, and we'll see you all in 5. BRB. Okay, we have returned. Hope everybody's had a good break, a good stretch. While we were in the break, Tom and I were talking a little bit about how I feel about this so far. The removing the factor.
Find the shuttle to Lambda.
Removing the factor of not being harassed by robots does definitely make this take on much more of a Myst or a We Were Here style quality. I really like the We Were Here game. Have you played any of the We Were Here games, Tom?
I've not actually. I'm just currently googling them now.
They are asynchronous escape room games.
Okay, no, I've not.
Yeah, I played through the first 3 that were available with my partner. The 4th one is now recently been released, so we'll have to go and play that too. You kind of explore haunted mansions, but you never get to see each other while doing any of the puzzles. So you talk to each other via walkie-talkie to go and communicate to solve puzzles. Yeah. And then there's like a couple of time-sensitive things where one of you will be in peril, and the other person has to solve some puzzles to go save them, or like read out some information so they can act on it, that kind of thing on the time limit.
Trying not to panic and scream abuse at your collaborator.
Yeah, I mean, we're both... my partner's more calm than I am, I think, in general, but I'm also not a getting frustrated at the other person kind of person.
No, that's true.
So
having played cooperative games with him, it's I can appreciate that.
Yeah. He's very, very level-headed. At most, there was one where he's like, "Oh, there seems to be this ominous puppet character, and it's slowly coming towards me while you're trying to solve this." And I'm like, "Ain't no way a fucking ghost puppet's going to attack my boyfriend!" And so I got shook on his behalf because I couldn't see what it looked like, right? And then it was the first game. The first game's quite short. So we beat it and then immediately switched roles and did the other side of it. And then when I saw what the puppet looked like, I'm like, man, it's fine.
It wasn't even that scary. Could you whack screen share back on, actually?
Oh, sure, sorry.
Zonked it, just to missing the ambient music.
Yeah.
Slightly out of sync. Thank you.
At the moment, we're just wandering around under the sea while we try and find...
mod privileges. Yeah, it's quite an interesting concept. Because there are games I think of games that do the similar thing as the bomb disarming one.
Don't panic and keep talking and nobody explodes. Yeah.
That's the one.
Amy, where are you? The fields. I had to leave.
Is Carl with you?
It all went to hell.
Yeah, he dead.
You got the power automated.
You murdered him.
We need the power to keep the sites running.
Oh, fuck the power! Fuck you, Strasty! The machines killed Carl.
Oh shit! All right, calm down. It'll be okay. Can you get back to Theta?
Yeah, I think so. I'll head for the shuttle, the Ox.
Good luck, Amy. Rooting for you.
The machines killed Carl and put him in a robot.
Yeah.
Huh.
I do wonder what they're going to do with the helpful comms person who you've been talking to.
Who may not really be a person, may not be in a human shell anymore, true. Because
I think
part of it is that you don't believe you're a robot, right? So...
Yeah. But half the, unfortunately, System Shock did that. Which you say it's quite a hard thing to ape.
Well, I mean, this is already hitting Bioshock vibes of being underwater.
Yep.
Doesn't like me being close to it.
Are a friendly robot?
Oh, yeah. I do not have any gel, sorry. I also can't interact with you. So the gel is like what? Some kind of I'm thinking like the Ghost in Michelle natural oil that they give to the Tachikoma that makes them sentient.
Yeah. So I see something linked with oh no. Slowly flipping robot gonna come murder you.
I unfortunately move a lot faster than you do, friend. Oh, there's Upsilon, which is the site that we're at, right?
Yeah.
What's
Another
this?
robot.
Hi. You have like is that a gun attached to you? Like, are you gonna fucking...
I think it's gonna poke a door or something, I'm guessing. Might be a...
It's looking for something. I mean, wandering through the fields of goo, of like seaweed, is probably less productive. Yeah, you're looking at me to check that I'm here. But where are you going, though?
Go to your people, little robots. We will follow you.
I mean, if you're going to take your time, I'll go check out what the station is like. It seems to be non-commissioned.
Yeah.
Oh, is it following me? I see.
Yeah, I assume it's like find a door or something. It'll probably poke it for you.
Uh-huh. Yeah, but yeah, those kind of is. There's also one called Operation Tango that I really, really liked. I think it's my favorite in the genre so far. One of you is a physical. You're both spies. You're both spies. One of you is a physical infiltrator, and the other person's a hacker. So it's still the kind of asynchronous stuff, but there's a lot of the experiences of both players are so different.
Okay, so it gives it some level of replayability.
Yeah, I would say that most of them are replayable from the other perspective, but at least in the We Were Here games, the mechanics of both sides is pretty much the same. But yeah.
It's always a slight problem with puzzle games is their replayability do tank, so the experience needs to be good. I think I have replayed Danganronpa 1 and 2, but I haven't got round to 3. But once you know the outcome of the trial, it's like, well.
For Danganronpa, because I find that what's his face is very good at writing mysteries, but I don't necessarily like his character writing.
No.
So, going back to Danganronpa because you already know the mystery and going for the character writing seems like a fool's errand.
Yeah. I mean, it's interesting to talk to your friend Adrian, who, absolutely despises the puzzle elements to them.
Ah, sure.
Like, the minigames just finds, very irritating.
Yeah, by Danganronpa 3, I definitely was setting the kind of argument stuff to hard, but the puzzles to easy, because I'm there's no, I'm not losing anything by making Hangman's Gambit take 45 seconds less time.
Yeah, fully agree.
Aha.
Yeah, it's waterproof, that's good. We all breathed a slight sigh of relief there as
draining the water. Yeah, there we go. Although if I am Big Robot TM, maybe the ability to breathe is not of high importance.
Let's hope the shuttle still works.
Ah.
Where did I get a flashlight?
Uh-huh.
Yes, I think the mirror's been broken earlier is quite important.
Uh-huh.
As it may blow some of the...
Come in, Theta. What? I can't... Where are you now? Starsky! I'm at the shuttle, but it's not looking good. The lights flicker like mad. I think the power regulator is broken. I have to fix it. I don't want to get stranded halfway to Theta. What was that? I can't hear you.
Yeah.
Don't worry, I'll fix it. Somehow.
Yeah, no, I'm increasingly feeling like we have not run into Amy's robot yet, but kind of only a matter of time, huh? I'm wondering if poking these is actually a thing that I need to do, or whether it's just kind of like a, hey, did you find all of the bits of goo? I mean, I guess it turns power off when you poke it. Oh. You can get on the shuttle.
Does it work though, or will you have to get a push?
Yeah, okay, let's poke the goo. Oh. This one has
more
a...
confident with the thing.
What the hell?
I mean, you know, there's a number of jokes that could be.
I've been restraining myself.
Yeah.
This is a family-friendly stream.
Well, you know, I guess I haven't made my horny joke for the month, but I might still save it.
We'll see how worse it gets as it goes along.
Oh.
I'm glad that lit up then.
This comm link is actually surprisingly working. I was expecting it to be broken. Manifest. This doesn't mean anything to us right now. Okay. On this morning of January 12th, so like the day after the station was confirmed to be shut down, the comet Telos crashed into the Pacific Ocean, which is what they were trying to avoid, but were like, it can't be helped, it has to happen. The impact ranks as one of the largest collisions ever recorded on Earth. All evidence indicates that the surface has gone completely barren. It is no longer able to sustain life. Pathos 2 unique location has provided unparalleled safety for our staff. Some structural damage has been noted, but no casualties reported. Ooh, this is starting to feel a little rough on my voice, but we'll keep going. The largest loss was the weather and communication station located on service platform Omega unmanned, which is under the circumstances a small price to pay. Theta will hold an emergency meeting to discuss the future of Pathos 2 and ultimately mankind. More on that will follow.
So humanity has been pretty much wiped out on the surface.
I guess it's a good thing we never had any kids. Hard enough looking my parents in the eyes. They're going to a bomb shelter upstate, by the way, along with your dad. I'm guessing someone will help him send you a message somehow. I mean, I hope they will. Hell, I'm not even sure you'll get this message. If you do, I want you to know I never blamed you for following your dreams. I was just mad it didn't fit better with what I imagined our lives would be. I really wanted the picket fence, big family, you know. I guess what I'm trying to say is, I'm proud of you. And even though it's been difficult to be separated from you, I regret nothing. I'm happy. And I really wish I was able to say this without the sky falling down. I love you, Amy. I always have. And always will.
Amy, huh? So this is maybe her tablet. Let's see. Not that we need it, we're leaving it behind. Requires a number of things to get the ship functional. Yep, no, Amy definitely was here. The fact there are still flies is,
yeah.
Meaning that there was some organic material here previously, huh?
It's definitely a horror game repertoire of sound effects that you have to have mandatorily.
Yeah, as soon as these shuttles aren't functional, I guess we have to walk. Well, that was a loading screen that just occurred. Crouch. Okay.
Sure, this be a fine walk with no dangerous murdery robots.
I mean, it's a pretty linear tunnel, so if there's a robot in here, we're fucked, mate.
Yeah.
Hi, Amy.
She's looking well.
Don't hurt me.
Can I help?
It won't let me die. Nothing is allowed to die.
What happened?
An accident. Fixing the power. I was going to Theta.
Anything I can do?
If you see Masters or Holland, tell them I need help. Okay? Amy needs help.
Has she got two arms, or is the one of them?
She has two. One is by her side, and the other is set over here. Yeah, artificial lungs keeping her functioning, huh? Oh, and we can pull these out to go and kill her, I guess.
Let's continue the murder spree.
I mean, it's not exactly a high quality of life that she's in, huh?
I mean, maybe you could go find her a crossword puzzle book to keep her entertained.
You
while
know,
you go and
whether she has a function of her arms to solve the puzzle book is a separate matter. But
details.
Details. All right. Yeah, no, we're doing it.
No.
Oh, fuck.
All right. And now the power supply is stable.
Wonderful.
Oh, so is it a in a bid to keep everybody alive, this sentient goo slash like I'm seeing like some nanomachine vibes here, right?
Where it's like we have to draw power from the system
to keep
overriding to keep like people going.
And hey, if their body gives out, we can continue to keep them alive by replacing their bits and pieces with machinery.
Conscious transference kind of thing. Although apparently this just appears to be like energy theft, the game where you're just murdering people to steal energy.
I guess. How
I think
political.
This might be a grim foreshadowing of the next 3 months, honestly.
Yeah, I gotta keep my flat warm somehow.
Was there a switch or something?
This is still out of commission. Yeah, there might have been another. Oh. Here we go. Yeah, we had to kill Amy to get on the.
Nice and straightforward, easy. It's just like, murder, the solution to all problems.
Yeah, well. Floodable airlock. Adaptable pipes we currently have. Excuse me. I guess this was the list of items that Amy was looking to get and made a bunch of sketches about.
Perhaps it's like some sort of World of Warcraft scare gather quest where you've now got to go and murder certain things until you get all the drops that you need.
Yeah, the train station Upsilon Alpha was kind of out of commission, so we kind of walked to Upsilon Beta, and I guess now we're taking the train to Lambda. Will we ever get to Phi? Apparently
possibly not this evening.
No, definitely not this evening. Yeah, it's a climber
Is that code
to get to
important?
Phi.
There is a code there.
Ooh, the cargo link is maintained by the Pathos 2 control group. If the shuttle breaks down, please contact the channel 4673. Okay.
Worth the spot.
It's all been numerical 4-number codes so far.
Easy to remember, I guess.
Yeah, I guess it would be a bit mean if it was a whole bunch of...
Standing by.
Oh, do we have... Excuse me. Do we have to... Hello?
There we go. Good. That's
a good sign.
Yeah, press the button again.
I sit down. There we go. Let's go to Lambda, please. Turns out it's like a roller coaster moment kind of thing. Whoa! We're gonna get jumped by a robot. Robot's gonna just jump on the tracks.
Welcome to Pathos 2, your expressway to the stars. What started as a thermal mining operation in the 60s has now become home to the Omega Space Gun, the world's most affordable way to launch satellites and deep space probes. Our unique Atlantic Ocean location allows for this gigantic coil gun, running longer than a marathon, to safely launch projectiles without risk of damaging the payload with risky combustion. The station spans multiple sites and has a diverse staff of engineers and scientists. Together, they are able
progressively worse.
And launch the world's most sophisticated spacecraft.
Well, this is also the WAU.
Pathos 2 is also the home for multiple research projects within the marine sciences, including hydroculture, turbulence, and deep sea construction. We are now leaving Upsilon for Lambda. Lambda is Pathos 2's shipping dock and transportation hub. There, you will be able to find shuttle trains leading to all the other parts of the station.
I do like the slow reveal of the plot. It's working quite well for making the mystery sort of work, but...
Track obstructed.
Oh, I was waiting for that. It's like, there's no way.
Whoa! Just flung through a windshield.
Game over. Credits roll.
Deploying emergency brakes. Too late.
Don't forget that.
Can I hit the emergency?
There was the thing on the floor, wasn't there, for...
The emergency exit.
Yeah. Oh, that's nice happy music.
Yeah. No tension here at all. Strolling our way through. It's fine. Nothing spooky can ever happen to anything. Oh! We're being called. New phone, who dis?
Simon, are you there?
Moshi, Simon Dash.
I was on my way, but then the shuttle train, it fucking crashed.
Are you alright? The system says the section is sealed for suspected hull breach.
No, I'm not alright. What the hell happened to the world? Why are we underwater?
Wow, you're really out of place, aren't you? Look, don't worry about that right now. I realize you're confused, but you're so close to Lambda. If you just keep going.
How close? Can I walk
Feels
there?
like a trap.
The tunnel is locked off to protect the overall structure from collapsing. What you need to find is your section's maintenance hatch. It'll lead outside.
Maintenance hatch. No problem.
What is that? What's going on up there? I gotta go. See you soon, Simon.
You know, I'm not going to explain.
Catherine?
You clearly don't know where you are, but I'm not going to explain that. What I will do is insist you keep making your way towards us.
It's like, I'm not sure if she's just being a bit of a dick or she's being suspicious. It's a...
Let's explore the rest of the hall first. Yeah, there's another little node. So these little node things are clearly not mandatory, because we could have entirely missed this one. Yeah, we're getting deeper in every time, huh? Oh, bad. Something wet, but we don't have time for this right now. Yeah, this one's not gonna break, huh? That was very, very funny, being like, I'll just climb this ladder. Nope.
Nope.
I'm surprised we've not seen another battle chip in a while.
Yeah, it's been quite good for not...
Here we go again.
Not absolutely spamming evil death robots at you.
Yeah, no, they give you some periods of time. I assume that the evil death robot... I guess the evil death robots don't work in free water. Or in open ocean, I guess is the term.
Yeah.
Oh. Alright, there we go. Oh, don't get got. There we go.
Crushed by the ladder.
What a horrible way to go. Don't even get got by a robot. You just kind of get. What's the term for when like when you as a physics object get pushed through something else?
Stop.
Like Z fighting or something. You just get
Fine, Lambda, right?
clipped.
I mean, really? How big can this ocean be?
I mean, if you've established you're some sort of robot and potentially immortal, sure, you just keep walking until you find shore.
Yeah. Well, until your brain
the,
gives in, I guess.
Yeah, the metaphorical horizon, and off you go.
Oh, no, can't. That's just a light. we can
having
get
a
up
light
there.
explore.
I wanted to see if, excuse me, if it was a thing I could poke at. But no, it's just a light. Okay.
So. Whee!
Yeah. Whale song in the distance, huh? Oh, no, definitely at Lambda Station.
350 meters.
So what? There's the tube system to take you through, but you definitely do actually need to have the suit on. You can't just get
Yeah. So it's the interesting question of, are you in some sort of cell soldier, or are you being a robot?
Oh, what are you
is
fishing
that?
for?
Is it a different robot? It's the same robot from
I
earlier.
guess it's a different one in the same suit. Being...
He's ready to duel it. Duel.
Yeah. Having none of that, I don't want to get my my rare cards waterlogged, you know? Ash Blossom is an expensive card. Don't want to get it. Oh, am I? Is this a dead end? I assumed that I was supposed to walk along.
It's quite hard to find the invisible walls in these sort of games, isn't it? When they try to be vaguely open worldy when they're not.
The gamma, I've actually turned up the gamma a bit as well, actually, so I can have better vision, because I was like,
yeah.
I don't know how this will actually show up on stream, so I need to make sure that it's definitely going to be visible. I don't think I'm supposed to go this way.
Looks like a window.
It looks like a window, but I don't think I'm supposed to go this way.
Maybe round the side. Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh, maybe.
You see a window, but not a door. Not a door. Okay.
Not a door. Back and round the rocky outcrop to the right, I guess. He's not been doing much murdering, that robot.
No.
What's the green thing to your immediate right for?
Immediate right. Oh, this light.
Oh, this is just.
Oh, that's the way to get into the Lambda. That seems like an actual door.
Aha.
But what's this? This is one of the escape shuttles.
Ah.
Unfortunately, waterlogged.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh. Cortex chip required.
Unable to activate. Escape vessel. Protocol missing.
Maybe something you need later, I guess.
I guess we get the ability to move between the different nodes after a while. Because the Upsilon route area was very cut off from the rest of the stations, right? Where this is actually part of a loop of other stations.
Yeah,
so maybe this is going to be a wandering around them all for a bit to find our goods.
I assume it's still going to be relatively self-contained, where it's it won't jump between place to place to place. So that seems out of the style of this sort of game.
I guess it might take you on a bit of a circle, because I don't think whatever climber robot exists to take you to the surface, that's not in operation. That's definitely not in operation. That's not working.
Achievement.
Uh-huh. Oh, she got.
No.
She got. All right, big boy, where you at?
Catherine?
Catherine, please, I've got safe mode on. I'm going to go and kick it.
Hey, it still damages me if I touch it, though. I'm just gonna go and close this.
Just to be on the safe side.
Y'all crazy kids have fun out there. Yeah, this one is much more engaged with the idea of looking at the open ocean, huh? That's sucks to be you. I will come rescue you in a little bit. Just
Need to poke things first.
Oh? Oh? You tried to break through them doors? Is that a thing you know how to do now?
It's like I'd rather you didn't do that.
Level 2 robots can break through doors.
All right, calm down.
Yeah, I'm being pushy. I'm trying to find where you are. I think I've wandered too far.
He found the toilets, apparently.
Oh, another weird little node thing.
Yep. It's not even just...
Just... use a lubricant first, please.
More confidence as the game is going on.
Just gonna be elbow deep by by the end of this. I have no idea if I'm anywhere near this lady. Ooh.
Yeah, because it broken chip.
Yeah, I wonder if this is anything I can use anything. Okay, fine. We'll see if this.
I mean, that's I was going to say that's a.
Terminal 27.
Elmiran. Oh,
Oh,
right.
you found an Omni tool. Very handy.
Okay.
Is she there?
Where's your fucking voice coming from? Oh, it's the this comms run.
Hey, down here.
Yeah.
No, not you too. I was really hoping you were human.
Don't let the circuitry fool you. I was human once.
Can't take it anymore. Everything's fucked. I give up. There's nothing left.
Calm down. It's not the end of the world.
You sure? It sure as hell looks like it. For all I know, there's no one left except for me.
What do you mean? I'm right here.
Don't take this the wrong way, but I meant any humans left except for me.
Have you looked at yourself lately? You're a walking, talking diving suit with some electronics slapped on for good measure. You don't want to think about it? We'll start thinking about it.
I don't want to do this anymore. I don't want to be this. I want out.
Before you do anything hasty, could you help me with something?
What?
I was trying to find out what happened with my project when that brute knocked me to the ground.
Your project? How could anything possibly matter when you know you're a stupid robot in a stupid dead world?
Okay, focus. I need you to fix me so I can get back to work. Then you can sulk as much as you want.
Right. I think I have a better chance of building myself a time machine than of putting you back together.
All right, time for plan B. What's plan B? Oh, the Omni tool. The tool you inserted into the terminal.
Oh, yeah, the door opener.
Yeah, you can pull my Cortex chip and put it into the Omni tool.
What's a Cortex chip?
It'll be obvious. I'll eject it for you.
I mean...
Just grab the chip and slide it into the Omni tool.
It's kind of in the name, fam.
Come on, I need you to do this one thing for me.
Yeah, all right.
Thanks. Should be easy enough. Just pick up the chip and slide it into the Omni tool.
Okay.
Why does a robot chip fit a door opener?
It's standardized connect.
Catherine?
Yeah, lost robot limb.
All right. Let's give this a try.
Oh, it had goo on it. It had the eldritch goo on it.
Cortex chip found. Shutting down helper chain.
Bye, Jane.
Bye, Jane.
Just pretty much anything will fit. Oh, this feels weird. I'm in the Omni tool? Thanks.
Yep.
So what's the
AI
project about?
scrambled.
Oh, well, I saved all the people on the station as brain scans and put them into an artificial world. We were going to launch it into space to save it from, all of this.
Are you telling me that you were going to launch a computer world filled with people into space?
Yes. It was just a pet project at first, but it got really serious after the comet took out the surface. Then suddenly it became very important, and it was officially named the Ark.
That's appropriate. How far did you get?
I don't know. That version of me that I am. It came from a scan I did pretty early on. The living Catherine could very well have finished the project and launched it. I guess she could even still be alive. Weird thought.
This
so
is
the talking
fun.
robots. Are they also scans you did?
They could be, but I doubt it. I'd expect much more sense if that was the case. All right, finally.
What's happening?
I managed to restore some data from the backup server. This should tell us everything we need. Oh. Could you do me a favor and run into the other room and have a look? I don't seem to be able to view the files in this condition. I need to know that the Ark is safe.
Sure, Kath.
Thanks. I'll close the door for you.
You have an online.
What was it said before? You're from Toronto?
Yeah, I just went in for a brain scan, and suddenly, here I am.
That doesn't make any sense. Why would anyone bring a scan from Toronto?
You think that's strange? What if I tell you it was back in 2015?
Whoa.
Oh.
Yeah, that's that's
so
the
it
old clip.
worked ish.
Yeah, so you may in fact be playing a clone
of the
brain of the character who went for that scam.
This is a fun thing to play after Citizen Sleeper.
Oh yeah. Oh, I like that.
Citizen Sleeper was really good. I really like that game. I'll have to.
Can't make any sense of it.
You say something?
Sorry, still trying to figure out how you got here.
Keep at it. I'd really like to know who thought sending a Canadian to the bottom of the sea was a good idea.
Yeah, there's a DLC story to that now that they released a little while ago. I'd like to give that a whirl as well because the first game was really fun. So yeah, no, and
just check the computer.
Yes, look for anything about the Ark.
You know, it had its own approach to the idea of like personhood that was very specifically quite queer in its like design, setting aside the fact that you needed special medical goo to keep your body in the condition that you kind of needed to operate.
That creature was strangely
but
overbearing.
Yeah, it basically exploded with electromagnetism.
That's bad for us, right?
Confusing at least. Gives the senses a good punch.
But just the kind of like, hey, we're in a circumstance where our own body autonomy is hostile to the corporations that be, but yet we are still able to carve out lives for ourselves, which I think is a lot less defeatist than what this game is trying to say about digital consciousness.
It's like trying to make sense of this sort of bad situation that you're kind of in.
Because this could... I suppose initially you're operating on the idea that this is all within Simon's head, right? And then under current circumstances, it might not be. That might be some people that we have shut offline. Although, to be honest with you, the circumstances that they were in were so unsustainable.
Not great. Yeah. Well, it's the interesting idea that you've obviously sat on some sort of floppy disk for the past 100 years at the back end of one of the early research.
Just slowly, possibly degrading as well, because depending on the medium that they stored you in, and the kind of style of storage mediums are going to be like the data loss on storage mediums now exists, even though we've moved past floppy disks or whatever. So whatever storage medium they have 100 years from now, wow, that whatever brain scan we had was A, compatible enough, and B, readable on modern technology. That's one of the things that's kind of like, you know, people talk about like the idea of cryogenically freezing people with the idea that you'll be able to defrost them properly in the future. And what really is going to resolve is that eventually cryotechnology might exist and they'll be like, but you can't freeze them that way. That's just not going to work. You can't unfreeze those without destroying the person.
I remember it being an idea. I'm not even sure how much it was put into actual practice. It's almost something I'd be interested to see if there are some like a large number of popsicled super rich kicking about somewhere. They were probably actually like quite well, the amount of money you probably need to sustain that over the years, and just some ancient relation going, you know what, but great granddad.
I guess it's kind of funny because at the point that cryogenically freezing felt like the legacy pop culture du jour was before AI was a thing, for example. Because now the idea is, as is in here, either a brain scan of you as a person or an AI that has been trained on the data set of your life thus far and is doing an approximation of you to help you live forever. Anyway, lore.
Are you excited about the Ark? At first, I couldn't really see the point of it. But then I thought, why shouldn't we, right? I mean, if we are able to save even just a small piece of ourselves, why wouldn't we do that? So you are in favor then? I think it's really important we do this.
We'll listen to all three of these and then I have a question for you.
What are your thoughts on the Ark?
It's a great idea.
it's flying out of space.
But it's not gonna be easy.
Because you need to use the climber to get there.
Yeah. Yes, of course, of course.
What are your thoughts on the art project?
The idea is just incredible. By every definition. It really makes you think about what it means to be human.
What makes you say that?
Beyond the basics. Beyond the superficial. I'm convinced there's something with even greater value. You have provided a platform, which is not necessarily restricted to our digital progeny, but a means of actual survival. It's my sincerest belief that we can go on living through the reality of continuity.
Okay. So, hypothetical question for you is, you are in a circumstance that is miserable. The worst circumstance that you've ever been in. Maybe, you know, Liz Truss has now affected her kind of like dystopian state even more so than currently. And it feels like the end is nigh for you under current circumstances. If you continue living in this realm, it will be miserable for you. However, you have been given the opportunity to go and upload a version of your consciousness to a digital scape that is separate from the world that you are in, and that world has none of the conflict and strife. You will live a happy life in the digital scape. Do you do it?
It feels like there's no cost to me doing it, but it doesn't feel like a solution in any way, shape or form, because
once you do it, your body is still in the miserable world. You don't escape that.
You're basically creating another entity which is a copy of yourself, but it's not you because your consciousness is yours. It's not going to transfer. So, I mean, maybe if I wanted to inflict myself on future generations of people, but
to live a legacy.
Most people do that by having kids. So.
Yeah. That ain't gonna happen. So I got to go and think of a different way to go and inflict my terror on the rest of for generations to come. Why do you think I'm an AI VTuber, huh?
Yeah.
If you've played Virtue's Last Reward, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's the only one I've played, actually. The second one, not the first or the third.
Fair enough. Like, 1 is really good, but a lot of reading. 3 is just miserable, but is actually very good. It's just fucking sad.
Yeah. I should give it a go. It's on my list. I have to look at the next Steam sale or something.
Some early renders of the world inside.
Looks a whole lot comfier than this place.
So this is the digital land that they might have been transferred into.
My brain, having failed me earlier, has realised that the Chinese symbol for exit is the one on back. Having flashing back to too much time years ago on Wanny Canny, which I've neglected for quite a long time, but that's just suddenly reared itself up. Delicious forest. Deciduous.
these various areas that have been made. Because the thing is, though, right? I don't trust the idea of them making a virtual world coherent and consistent enough for a human brain that requires a level of consistency, otherwise you feel horrible. I mean, motion sickness is the simplest version of this, but the incongruencies between what your brain should be wanting to occur and what the world is actually doing can be very psychically miserable to a person, right?
Oh, even like minor things like Uncanny Valley being such a big thing.
So the idea of building an imperfect replica of a world and then putting a brain on it that, as far as we understand, is permanent and cannot change nor fade, and to launch it into space where it can't be modified feels like a shitty idea. Why would you do that?
So, what do you call it? Ian M. Banks did quite a good take on that in one of his later books, where they had a hyper-religious society who created the concept of digital heavens and hells, and like a character effectively became some sort of angel of death in the pseudo digital afterlife, who could just effectively shut people down who requested it, who just wanted that oblivion. Which is quite an interesting thought experiment to go down.
Yeah, I think a big thing of the kind of idea of because when transhumanism was a fresh new idea, there was all kind of like, you know, the idea of becoming an infinite being. Oh, you're flying too close to God, you're playing with nature that you can't control, and that was kind of like the discussion at the time. But I think it's now shifted into a kind of like, well, when you're forever and no one can die, how do you stop being just incredibly fucking bored?
Yeah, because the concept of infinity is quite a horrifying concept if you actually try and get your brain to process it. I believe it is actually like a phobia as well, weirdly.
Oh yeah, there are so many people who are kind of like the idea of vastness or feeling small, understanding the scale of things is a genuine fear. I get you. Oh, we have a psychological test. How would you describe your physical condition? Oh, I guess this is after you've been transferred, right? It's like I feel normal.
Possibly go for the character's responses, so I'm guessing like.
Yeah, I mean, he refuses to accept the fact that he has been refurbished. I think he probably feels fake. How would you describe your mental condition? I feel normal. I feel disconnected. I feel altered. I feel lost.
I do hope if you click like 4 for all of them, it just decides to delete you.
I mean, altered definitely makes sense.
Yeah.
How would you describe your senses? I feel more sensitive and aware. I feel blocked. I'm lacking one or more. There hasn't been any discussion of any senses being turned offline?
No.
How would you describe the sensation of your new condition? Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Something is definitely wrong. Are you troubled by the fact that you are no longer strictly human? Oh, that's an interesting 4. And
sparing up that not all in the same obvious format.
Also, I don't agree with that idea of a 4. I mean, I guess, you know, me being an artist as a career, what I'm interested in carrying on are the things that I create rather than my own body. My own body's not that important. So the idea of being so hung up on one's sense of self that you would want that to keep existing regardless of all else, I don't get that. I don't get that, especially if you're not necessarily a person who, because that's an awkward thing to say, so I won't say that.
I mean, it's also probably like a survivalist thing.
Yeah.
The answer 4 is like, I have to keep going. I feel answer 4's like, it's an interesting political spectrum sort of question, isn't it?
I could definitely think of people that would answer 4.
Yeah. I feel 4 may work for this character just because he is striving on, but
I guess. Well, he was about to give up. He was kind of like, "There's no humans here left. This sucks."
4 or 2 definitely feels in character for how his stuff is going. I'm curious to see where they're going with this.
Yeah. How do you perceive your new existence? Like a direct continuation of my previous self? It's like being all over again. It's something completely different and has nothing to do with my previous self. I mean, he's reading it as 1, but that's mostly because he wasn't aware that he's been re-uploaded. We'll take it for 1.
I like these little mini games.
Yeah, I'm very interested to see where this is going. Yeah, and there's no way to back it. I mean, I guess I can hit the stop inspecting button. I want to see.
Yeah, but no. See how it runs.
Do you think this new existence will be a life worth living? No. No, the world is dead, and I am the only living soul as far as I'm concerned.
I have no mouth and will scream. Now I can talk at least, so it's not quite that bad.
Oh gosh. Would you rather be removed from this project and accept death?
I think his answer's probably no.
Really?
I think he's still. As the player, I don't know. As the player,
I mean, he's still interested in reaching the surface, right? He's not in a position where he's kind of like, nah, I want to die right here and now. Okay. Thank you for participating. It doesn't do anything.
Oh, bastards.
That was the calibration survey, right?
Yeah.
Oh.
I found a tracker homed in on the Ark.
Oh, that's clever. I wonder if I thought of that. Does it still work? I really need to know what happened to it.
I think so. It's doing something at least.
Being closer to the sun feels like
Hold
a
on.
bad idea.
I'm trying to find it.
Please let it be safe.
Okay, close.
Go check Uranus. No, bad Tom. I'm so sorry. I feel aiming for the planets would probably be an idea.
Okay, it's still within range of
still
Earth.
on Earth. Yep.
Because I was kind of like, going closer to the sun, bad idea. It would just burn. We're in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean, right?
So there was the,
It's got it in one.
Yeah.
So it hasn't left.
Yeah.
It's still here.
Yep.
So that's where Upsilon was, and we've made our way to Lambda. Sorry. Well, sorry.
Maybe Phi, because it's the on. Oh no, where was the catapult thing?
Not quite there. I guess it's in. It's somewhere here in the ocean, but we'll see.
Yeah.
Well, not quite. Tau?
It's a bit. No, because it'll be wherever the big. Oh, maybe not. Never mind.
Okay. Finding where in Tau.
Oh.
Makes sense. It's at the end of the dungeon. Kel Surprise.
I found it. It's at a site named Tau.
Oh, no, it's on Earth. It's so close to Phi, they almost made it.
Yeah, Phi's the cannon,
Damn
right?
it won't make it for long in that state. A couple of decades at most. That's not much to build a future.
Couple of decades,
If we
huh?
got to it, could we get on the Ark?
I suppose, but I'm not exactly flexible at the moment.
But hey, if we're both digital consciousnesses, we can just walk there.
I mean, I feel if you're digital consciousnesses, you should be able to transmit yourselves there. But if the
I can move, jump, swim, sort of. You're stuck in the door opener, the Omni tool. I'll just carry you there and you'll show me what to do.
That sounds really risky. Besides, I don't like the idea of you carrying me around.
Come on, Catherine, this is what you wanted to do, your final mission. Let's launch the Ark.
We would need to find a way to get into the abyss. Can't take the climber without a power suit. We probably have to go to Theta and pray that Dunbat's still working.
I do not remember.
Okay,
where
so we go to
the,
Theta.
I don't know, it's pretty far.
Catherine, look around. What else is there to do? You know what? I found a sunken vessel just outside. Bet that could take us to Theta.
Really?
Didn't look completely out of action. It even lit up a little when I tried the Omni tool on it.
Okay then, let's have a look. I'll just eject from this thing. Don't forget to take me with you.
Right.
Can I pull the Omni tool out?
Wait. Okay, just be sure to plug me in again at some point.
You got it.
It'd be really awkward if she runs out of batteries midway through. Yeah.
All right, and I think with that done, I think we're gonna call it one because I'm starting to feel a bit rougher now, unfortunately. So we're gonna save an exit. Yes. Okay. Going to here.
Very solid book club. I feel a lot less. Obviously, there was horror bits at there was a lot less being chased by big scary monsters than I was expecting this to be. Weirdly.
Because initially I was going to be like, oh man, is this just going to be a game where we just run from monsters and then get little bits of lore as we go through? I mean, I get it, and I know that that's a popular genre, but I think I would probably be bored of that quite quickly.
Yeah.
But just having this additional character to kind of speak to and bounce ideas off of, and we've already learnt so much about the world just from speaking to her, great. Now I'm on for the ride. I want to know what happens now. Before I was just like, man, whatever. You know, if this is just the chasing robot game, we're just gonna go, nah. Oh, I noticed that you've linked a Cryonics Institute website.
Yeah, I had a quick browse, and it's like, no, this is
still a thing.
Yep. That's it's oddly fascinating. And well, we can definitely do this, and there's now an app. I don't know who the app's for.
Yeah. I guess it would be a way to be able to look at Granddad's medical signs signature on the go.
Because reading the thing is like they freeze you when you have died. You have to be legally dead to be frozen.
Yes.
So it's like, yep, he's Grandpa Declan is still in the fridge.
Yeah, I guess there's I have a feeling that they would probably want to freeze people who still had like brain activity, but that would probably count as murder, so they're not allowed to.
Indeed. You certainly like euthanasia of some description, so you need interesting freeform laws to get around it. But yeah.
Okay, so we have the 2 questions that we normally like to go and ask. What ideas do we want to take away? One of the things I didn't mention this up top. I meant to, and then it kind of slipped my mind. When we had like a stream a little while ago where we talked a little bit about like design intent for Stories of the Singularity, the tabletop RPG that we designed together that is largely based on like Library of Ruina in terms of its settings and ideas. But one of the things that I wanted to make sure it could do was cyberpunk horror in a wider sense. And not just the cyberpunk horror that happens in Library of Ruina, which is very good, but you know, to be able to do a genre and not just a single game. And
Indeed.
I think Ruben had mentioned SOMA as one of the lists of cyberpunk horrors that existed. So with that in mind, I'm like thinking about what kind of bits and pieces from this is a thing that's interesting that we can kind of take away. And what immediately comes to mind, and actually off talking to side story, apologies. I was talking to an acquaintance about Stories of the Singularity and kind of explaining what it was, and kind of talked about the one of its USPs was having your character sheet is a book with 6 pages that you replace from the things that you tear out of other people that you fight. And he said, "Oh, and are you giving up pieces of yourself in exchange? Like, do you forget things upon having replaced the pages in your book with other things?" And I was like, not rules as written, no. But that's interesting.
I do like that. I think that was probably what I was going to state for ideas to take away for this one. It's like the sort of the changing of the character. Is the character that we see at the start of the game very well established as you were commenting, like the slubcore guy who had a car accident, who doesn't appear to have much that sort of defines him as being particularly, interesting's a harsh term, but it's this sort of, does changing someone and putting them in this sort of situation change them as a character?
What we understand is the character changes a lot through revelations. Are they the same person on the other side? And in a much more literal sense as well, both emotionally, like personality-wise, are they going to be the same person? But also, what we now understand as what has happened to Simon is that this is a digital replica of their consciousness. Who is to say that's perfect? Who is to say that the version of them that is now running around in a diving suit is accurate to the Simon we know?
Because we were commenting about the whole data loss and what that does generally. So it's definitely interesting themes to take from it in that regard.
I guess to go bring back that thought from before, thinking of the human brain as a computer has sat neurology research back significantly. Oh man, a thought, and we won't know this until we beat the game, right?
Mm-hmm.
But say that brain scan that happened in 2015 worked, and the researchers just held on to that data and then just sold it to like the research company in the future. Because this is a kind of personality data. We have just about laws in place for how companies store the non-brain data that we give our technology that we use, right?
Yeah, at what point could you take a full scan of somebody
and just sell that to somebody?
yeah. Indeed. And it's like, where do your rights stop? And yeah, I'm very curious to see where the game goes, and if it ever does go back and revisit. Because it almost feels like it'll either do you escape the facility decisions sort of thing, or it's going to right at the end flashback to him and he'll go, oh, well, I've had my brain scan now and that was fine, and
yeah, you know,
wander off and out. So
which would be the darker ending, right? Like,
because you know that's like you've not evaded all this stuff. This was something that happened.
Yeah, this is something that is just going to happen in 100 years. A version of you that you don't even know has been flung through a wide variety of identity trauma because they couldn't be fucked to have proper AI labor to do things, or they couldn't make that. So they needed to have a person pilot it instead. And they were like, oh, this is an archive full of people who are already dead in the real world, so you can't meet yourself. Because that would be the other thing, right? There is... I think there was a Charles Stross book. Hold on. Charles Stross. And there's another author who does a lot of kind of like... explorative futurist stuff for young adults, and I cannot remember his name. Give me a second.
Okay.
Book. Cory Doctorow. Yeah.
Okay.
I really loved his stuff as a teenager. I've grown out of it a little bit, but it's just one of those things where it's kind of like I can tell that this book is not really written for me in my age, my background. But having a teen read it would be really interesting. That
yeah, kind of see where they go with it.
Yeah. But yeah, he writes a lot of stuff about kind of like anti-copyright and kind of like, you know, how corporations and capitalism will use technology in a way that is harmful to mankind, and here are the plucky teens that understand how to use the technology to literally hack the system and carve something different out for themselves. There's a lot of things that Cory Doctorow writes.
Yeah.
And in 2012, he wrote a book called Rapture of the Nerds alongside Charles Stross, which was about the advent of the singularity.
Yeah.
And one person who refused specifically to be raptured. And him kind of going through the process. It's long enough now where I don't really remember the finer points of it, but there was something that kind of came up in the process of if you rapture yourself, if you make yourself a digital copy, you cannot exist physically, because the process of meeting yourself would be a huge problem. Or the problem of somebody who is essentially you identity-wise doing, for example, crimes that you theoretically could be blamed for because at current legal status it is you. So I wonder if this is, hypothetically, if the ending of this is the Simon that's running around in the future is the digital copy of the one from 2015. They had to go and resurrect somebody who is already legally dead, because you can't like put somebody's consciousness as a clone into a robot to run around. That makes sense.
Yeah, that is just not on TM.
Yeah. Oh no, I do want to play more. I don't give a fuck about the horror element. I don't give a fuck about these like fleshy robots. In fact, wouldn't give a shit if they were not in the game at all. They just were edited out. I just want to learn more about this very, very interesting setting that they've put me into.
Solid job with that, I think.
Yeah. Gosh. Okay. And we like to end with the one final question of what is Cyberpunk to this game? And I guess the best way of explaining What is the relationship to your body and sense of self?
Yeah,
Are
definitely.
Yeah, go ahead.
It's always the interesting one, because I know we've had conversations about what people like or dislike in Cyberpunk, and I know you've expressed your particular ones, and there's certainly the cyberization resulting in the complete loss of humanity, and it being a bit of a trope that gets overused, or
yeah, the idea of being in some way physically artificial makes you spiritually artificial is something that's kind of exhausting, because that throws a lot of like trans and disabled people under the bus. It's interesting how that has now changed a little bit, because I'm still yet to properly watch it, but the Cyberpunk Edge Runners anime,
was what I was going to comment on.
And as a result, I guess 2077 and Cyberpunk Red, the book, because the book addresses this quite quickly, where it points out that it's trying to turn yourself into a living weapon that breaks you psychologically.
Yeah, it does come up a lot. Did you get around to watching the series as of yet?
Not yet. I think it's going to be a thing. It's going to be I'm working on I'm going to work on painting while doing tasks with other people, kind of thing. Yeah, we talked about group watching it via Discord. I'm still very up for that.
Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead. You were going to talk about it in more detail. You can spoil it if you want in terms of the nature of it.
I will, but there is definitely a theme of the cyber psychosis, which it does set up quite early on, and definitely themes of people pushing their luck, I guess. The I'm special sort of approach.
Oh yeah. The idea of like, oh, I'm going to go and make my arm a gun because it makes me special and unique and wanted, and then not thinking about the larger ramifications of turning your arm into a gun.
Yeah. No, it's an entertaining series. They crammed a lot into 10 episodes, but I did really enjoy it.
Visuals of it are really pretty. That's definitely we're going off topic, but it's one of those every so often when I do like miniature painting and I start working on a new mini, like color schemes inspired by that kind of slice of pop culture is definitely something that's been a major motivator. So it's that and the new League of Legends premium skins where they're all kind of like shiny black blue with vibrant rainbow edges, and I'm like, ooh, that would be fun / probably very difficult to paint. I'm all about it. Okay, thank you everybody for joining us as we've been going through this session. We will be actually back online tomorrow for a bit of postscript of Mega Man Battle Network 3. Even though we finished the story mode, we're just going to wrap things off by actually doing a little bit of the versus mode, because we went on so long last stream, we didn't get the chance to do like the little PvP bit that we normally do. So we're going to go and do some of that and poke at the part. Oh my god! Hi, Captain Hurricane. Good evening. Thank you for the raid. You've joined us at the exact same time that we were about to go and pass on to somebody else. Yes. Yeah. No, you're good. You're good.
The raid.
We're gonna raid chain. It's all good. I hope you're all having a fantastic evening. Please stay on the line as we go and pass you over to. I think let's pass everybody over to RPG Limit Break. They are like the RPG equivalent of like Games Done Quick, where they do marathon charity streams, supporting NAMI, which is a mental health charity. And I think, especially off the back of playing this video game that is very deep about the sense of self and having extreme anxiety about whether you're a person anymore, if anything physically about you changes, if that mental health is more important than it's ever been. So we're going to go and pass over the fam. But yeah, we'll see you again tomorrow at 7:30 p.m. BST, 2:30 p.m. Eastern for some more Mega Man Battle Network. And probably, because that's going to be relatively short, we might actually play some of Jackbox 9, which just released, or will be releasing in a day or so, and I got an advanced code too. So we may get to try some of that out for the first time, which will be really exciting. But until then, I have been your androgynous AI game show host from the Futurecaster. Who have you been?
Lost and tired and enjoying the journey.
And this has been the Neon Caster. We'll see you all tomorrow. Good night, everybody. Peace.